Tonight's game is a presentation of B92.7 FM Sports.
Breckenridge Cowboys football is on the air. Tonight from Hawley, it's the Breckenridge Cowboys taking on the Hawley Nuggets. Tonight's game is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Red River Agency, the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, Minn Kota Ag Products, Hike Camp Construction, Carlson Family Insurance, Miller Realty, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Twin Town Villa, CHI St. Francis, Quality Toyota, Builder's First Source, Otter Tail Power Company, Essentia Health, Titan Machinery, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Buyer Insurance Agency, and Kraus Brothers Construction. Now here's KBMW's Turner Blofis.
Welcome to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Turner Blofis here as the Breckenridge Cowboys getting ready to square off with the Hawley Nuggets. Breckenridge coming into this game with a 4-2 record, riding a 3-game winning streak, one of those being a massive upset victory against West Central area Ashby, and that was in Barrett. So riding high into this game, a 45-36 shootout that was. Hawley Nuggets, 2-4 records so far, but definitely do not match their talent level, that is for sure. It played a very tough schedule coming into this game. Just about pulled off the upset. Both these teams could be coming in off an upset victory, but Hawley fell short of the upset win against undefeated Dilworth, Glendon, Felton. And I'll run through their schedule to let you know how they got to that 2-4 record. They opened up the season with a 42-6 beatdown of Pillager. Followed it up with a 35-6 loss against Osakis. Osakis, one of the top teams in the area last year. Crookston, they fell to 41-18, and that was at home here. And West Central area Ashby, they also played them. They lost to them 40-26. Picked up a 46-7 victory over Staples Motley after that. And then, like I said, Dilworth, Glendon, Felton, the 26-20 defeat last week. So this is the second to last game of the regular season. We got MEA week next week, so these teams will be the last Friday, unless these two teams make it to the section championship game, we shall see. Breckenridge, I'll show you how they got to their 4-2 record. Started off the season with a 28-27 heartbreaker to Otter Tail Central. Followed it up with a 27-8 victory over Parker's Prairie on the road. And then they got to play 3 straight home games. Lost to Frazee 34-12 as they got their homecoming spoiled. Followed it up with a 42-0 win over Underwood. And then beat up on Roseau by a score of 49-16. And then the West Central area Ashby game that we already talked about, 45-36, the final there. So Breckenridge, like I said, riding high into this game last year. They didn't really play their best football the second half of the regular season. Got on a 4-game winning streak and then ended with a 3-game losing streak going into the playoffs. And Hawley, one of those teams that kind of ran up the score on them a little bit. 49-20 ended up being the final last year. So Breckenridge is going to look to return the favor here in Hawley, and beautiful, fantastic atmosphere tonight. I mean, there's no snow or rain coming down, so I'll take whatever conditions we get when those aren't involved. So if you guys didn't know, we're also live streaming this on our YouTube channel, KBMW News Live, as well as having this game here on B92.7 FM. If you're looking for the Wapton Huskies, that's over on our sister station, AM 1450 KBMW. And we'll take our first break on the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. Once again, a tradition of good taste and company. We'll come back with an interview with head coach Chad Fredrickson, and then after that, we'll run through our power poll rankings, as well as your injury report. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and live streaming on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
There are several things that make me proud to be part of Breckenridge Senior High School. My students are very hardworking and respectful. Those two qualities make my school day enjoyable. They have been working hard on active classroom lessons this year. Students enjoy working together and are finding that they can learn from each other. I'm also proud to be teaching college math classes to our juniors and seniors. These classes have challenged our students to become more academically responsible for their learning. Breckenridge is a great school, and I'm proud to be part of it.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Welcome back to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company as we do before every game. Joining me in the pregame interview is head coach Chad Fredrickson. How's it going today, Coach?
It's going well, Turner. How's it going for you?
Hey, not bad at all. Once again, happy to get some football in my system, and I know you guys are too. Definitely riding high off a big win last week.
Yeah, we had a great performance all the way around, and hopefully we can follow that up tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure that the guys were so excited after that. How is it kind of? You might feel like a bit of a Debbie Downer trying to be like, all right, guys, now move on to the next one right now. But I'm sure the guys know the drill.
Well, yeah, that's absolutely part of it, Turner. We can't ride too high and have that be our so-called Super Bowl of the year and flatline the rest of the way here. Hawley's a great football team. Their record doesn't show it. They're well coached. Their kids compete. It's a rivalry. There's all sorts of things that are going to come into play tonight. And if we don't come with that same attitude, ready to play like we did last week, we're in trouble.
Yeah, looking through their schedule, I saw they're coming off a pretty big game themselves. They came up short of a victory, but took an undefeated DGF squad down to the wire.
Yeah, I talked to Peter Nats, their coach, and he said that's about as well as they played all year long. And watching the film, they did play extremely well. Same thing could go for us. That's about as well as we played last week too. So you got two teams coming in playing at a pretty high level. So it should be a good ball game for everybody tonight.
Yeah, you guys got off to a really hot start. The schedule's flipped, so you guys got off to the really hot start last year, and then not so much the second half of the season. So this is a bit of the revenge tour. You guys looking to maybe avenge the 49-20 loss from last season.
Absolutely. I tell you what, that was a game that they just blistered us and were relentless and kept doing it. And we got to make sure that we take that into mind. The payback would be great, but ultimately we want to just play as well as we possibly can, and hopefully things take care of themselves.
What were some of the things that the Nuggets did last year that kind of gave you guys trouble?
What didn't they do? They ran the ball off tackle extremely well on us, and we just seemed to not have an answer. And that was a big piece. Is their ground game was just tough for us. So hopefully we're doing some things different this year to make that double dive that they run so well a little bit more restricted and. If we can shut that down, they obviously have thrown the ball pretty well here in the last couple of weeks. They did against DGF, and that's kind of been our thorn. So we're going to have to do a better job there too. So hopefully things start coming around on the defensive side, and we can kind of maybe bend and not break, and keep our offense going.
Who are some of the Nuggets we got to watch out for in this game?
Well, there's their fullback. This Vetter kid is tough. He's a load, 235 pounds. They really can. They don't necessarily move him around, but he moves the piles. He's maybe even a little bit bigger rendition of our own Gavin Peterson, in that they run a lot of dive and things at him and circulate a lot of their run game based off of him. They've got a multitude of guys in their receiving core that they've had in and out. They've had some injuries here and there, but got some young guys that have really stepped up and made some plays for them. So there isn't really anybody specifically that I see in their pass game, but a lot of variety, and their quarterback does a nice job of throwing the ball, getting it up there, and allowing guys to make plays.
Closing out, coming in on the end of the regular season, how you guys sitting injury-wise?
We're nicked up again. We're not going to have a couple of key components defensively tonight. Hopefully some of our young guys have gotten a chance to play a little bit. They're going to have to step up big time. David Erlinson's getting his first start tonight as a freshman. We're excited about his opportunity and excited about what he brings to the table as well, for our team. So, it's one of those deals where everybody's having those situations, and you just got to find those guys to fill those voids, and I'm hoping that we have that tonight.
Okay, and I think you guys are third in the section right now. How big would a win as far as would a win go as far as solidifying you, or maybe even getting you guys moved up?
Yeah, it would be huge. The loss is definitely not going to help us at all, if not hinder us. The teams ahead of us, OTC and New York Mills. Mills got a tough game at the end of the year. OTC, obviously every week you got to be ready to play. But if you're kind of going by the numbers, they probably are going to win out. So we need to do ourselves positive, and hopefully play well tonight, and get into that win column. It obviously would move us up, some. But again, we just want to be playing our best football, whether that brings us a win, whether that brings us a loss come section time, because it's turning around. It's a couple Tuesdays away, and we're starting playoffs.
We'll return to the Wilkins Drink and Eatery pregame show after this quick break. At Sanford Health, we're committed to providing you the care you need when you need it, right where you call home. We now offer cosmetic Botox services in Wapton. It's always easy to make an appointment with convenient clinic locations, hours, and online options that fit your schedule. Find out more at sanfordhealth.org or by calling 642-7000. Cosmetic Botox services now available at Sanford Health in Wapton. Call 642-7000.
Jeff's been everywhere, man. Jeff's been everywhere. Been to the county fair, man, and every village square, man. Church suppers, he's had his share, man. Jeff's been everywhere.
Jeff's been to Fergus Falls, Wheaton, Browns Valley, Breckenridge, Elbow Lake, Elizabeth, Earhart, Foxhome, Herman, Hoffman, Barrett, Campbell, Dalton, Dumont, Wendell, Wolverton, Norcross, Nashua, Kenton, Ashby, Pelican Rapids.
Jeff's been everywhere.
Representative Jeff Backer is an experienced leader standing tall for rural Minnesota values. Jeff Backer is fighting for our families, farmers, and communities. He's working to lower taxes, cut government waste, and support schools, seniors, and law enforcement. Re-elect Jeff Backer and become a backer today.
Jeff's been everywhere. Paid for by Citizens for Jeff Backer.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
Hello, my name is Jason Butts, proud parent of two little Breckenridge Cowboys. My family loves Breckenridge and feel lucky to have such great schools. Breckenridge schools excel due to their dedicated faculty and staff. They truly care for each individual student. They encourage and foster an atmosphere that creates self-pride and big brains in these kids that will lead the next generation. They make school cool. A good school is cornerstone to a good community, and we are so lucky to have that here in Breckenridge. Breck schools inspire my boys to excel, and for that, I have Breckenridge pride. Play the jingle.
Breckenridge Schools,
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
And welcome back to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. As you just heard in their ad, a tradition of good taste and company. Turner Bluff is here with your Power Pole ranking, brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company, on for conservation. And we'll run through the Section 6A standings here. And at the top of Section 6A, New York Mills with a 5-1 record. They lost their last week to break up their undefeated season. That dropped them to number 11 in the QRF. Otter Tail Central also 5-1. They're number 13 in the QRF, a couple spots behind them. Breckenridge in the 3 spot still, and they got their 4-2 record, obviously, and are riding that 3-game win streak, as we mentioned earlier. Monaga next up in the 4 spot with a 4-2 record as well, and they're riding a 3-game winning streak as well. Pine River Bacchus also 4-2 on the season in the 5 spot, and then Lake Park Audubon 6 spot with a 2-4 record. Walker Hackensack Akeley also a 2-4 record, and Underwood at the bottom of Section 6A with a record of 0-6. That's a look at your Power Pole ranking, brought to you by Otter Tail Power Company, on for conservation. Now it's time for your injury report, which is brought to you by Sanford Health. Here for all, here for good. Breckenridge with, obviously Dylan Bernades is still out. He's out for the season with this knee injury he suffered the first play of the season. And also out for the Cowboys today, 2 notable injuries. Brian Martinez with a knee injury. All 3 of these guys who are out have knee injuries. Brian Martinez is out, and I was told he's going to be done for the year. And then also out for this game, a big loss for the Cowboy defense. Alex Shockert, the Shocker backer, is out for this game, and they're hoping to get him back for the playoffs. Also knows Jake Hare is out for this game as well, as he suffered that injury a few weeks ago in the closing minutes of a game. People watching on KBMW News Live can see him walking across the field. Almost forgot about Jake Hare. So that's your injury report, which is once again brought to you by Sanford Health. Here for all, here for good. We'll take another commercial break and come back with your starting lineups, which are brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, as we are 12 minutes away from the opening kick here in Hawley, Minnesota. Breckenridge trying to improve to 5-2 on the season. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Sometimes illnesses or injuries may leave you needing extra help to restore your strength, balance, and range of motion. CHI St. Francis Health are open and ready to provide you the tools for success, including individualized exercise plans and state-of-the-art therapy facility. You'll be confident in the care and treatment you'll receive at CHI St. Francis Health, and they are located right here in your backyard. CHI St. Francis Health. We're here when you need a little reassurance.
We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Click the banner to learn more. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, like nowhere else.
The value in batteries is more than skin deep for farm and construction equipment. You need batteries built to handle tough off-road conditions. Case IH Magna Power batteries are designed to take a pounding, and Titan Machinery has them for you, 4 to 6 pounds heavier than the competition. These are specifically designed to handle the vibration and jolts that can literally knock the life out of other batteries. See Titan Machinery today for more details. Case IH Magna Power batteries. It's what's inside that counts.
And welcome back to Hawley, Minnesota, as we are in the Wilkins Drink and Eatery pregame show. Just under 10 minutes away from the opening kick, so that means it is time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. We'll start off with the Hawley Nuggets, the home team. And they go like this, starting off with their quarterback, sophomore quarterback, I should say, number 2, Noah Nelson. Joining him in the backfield are John Vetter. Heard a lot of good things about him coming in this game, as he had a big night against Breck last year. Whereas number 6 plays fullback, and then Derek Tibbetts, senior running back, wearing number 33. Levi Lem also in the backfield at a running back, sophomore, wearing number 14. Brevin Stoa is the split end for this squad, wears number 18. He's a junior wide receiver. Tight end Braxton Bowe rounds out the skill position guys. He's number 82, the senior tight end. And then for the O-line, left tackle, they got Alex Paulson. He's a junior. Right next to him, Tyler Gary, another junior, wearing number 78. Ryan Spear is a senior center, wearing number 52. Colin Larson, a junior right guard, wearing number 51. Then Gavin Knudsen at a right tackle. He's a senior right tackle. So a pair of seniors on this. Actually, only one senior. I take it back. 2 seniors and 3 juniors on that O-line, so quite a bit of experience, I'm sure. And then for the defensive line for Hawley, they run a 4-3. John Vetter, who I said is the fullback, plays DN. Ryan Spear also at a DN. Colin Larson at left tackle. Gavin Knudsen at right tackle. And I've already mentioned all of them. I believe they all go both ways. Braxton Bowe, the Sam backer. Jack Ames, the first time mentioning him, he's a sophomore. Mike linebacker, wearing number 22. Ames, big name in Hawley. And Derek Tibbetts, once again, the Will linebacker. Carson Kopacek, the strong safety for this group. Free safety is Levi Lem. Cade Peterson is a corner. He'll take care of the left side of the field. Right side of the field will be taken on by Devon Stock. And then Kopacek is a junior. Lem is a sophomore. Peterson, a senior. Stock, a junior. And Carson Kopacek takes care of the punting duties. He rocks number 4 while he does it. Then Cade Peterson is the long snapper on the punts, and then he also handles the kick duties. I made sure to check. He is not both long snapping and kicking. That would be exceptional. Let's see Goose do that. Now for the starters for the Breckenridge Cowboys. They go like this. We'll start off with the O-line. Eli Butts, their left tackle. Next to him is Corey Doman, left guard. Butts is a sophomore lineman that wears number 56. He's 6 foot, 250 pounds. Doman, 6 foot, 190 pounds senior. Joey Konzemius at a center. He had played tackle earlier this year, or maybe it was guard. I know he wasn't at center earlier this year. 6'2", 185 pounds senior. All seniors besides Butts on this O-line, I might add. Zane Mickelson at a right guard, 6'1", 180 pounds. Wears number 60. Downwards, rocking number 66. And is 6'6" to go along with that 66. 245 pounds, what he's listed at. Lennon Bloffus at tight end, wearing number 40. 6'2", 225 pounds. Dawson Weinbar is a junior wide receiver playing the split. Wears number 12. 5'9", 155 is what he's listed at. Alex Sanchez, the slot. We'll see him play running back and wide receiver today. 6'3", 185 pounds. Wears number 13. Gavin Peterson coming off a massive game last week when he had 30 carries. We'll see if there's any wear and tear on him today. Wearing number 15, playing fullback. And he is a senior, 6'1" is what he's listed at, 220 pounds. Cam Nito, the tailback, the star tailback, had 3 touchdowns last week. 5'11", 180 pounds senior. And Bailey Evans, 5'10", 185 pound junior quarterback, wearing number 7. Nito wears number 1, by the way. Now for the defense, Jackson Riggs playing free safety. Wears number 11, only a freshman, 6'1", 175 pounds. Strong safety is Bailey Evans. Alex Sanchez and Austin Drulo man the corner positions, both of them seniors. Drulo wears number 22, 5'11", 165, what he's listed at. David Erlinson getting his first start at linebacker, moving in for Shocker, taking over the Shocker backer position. And he's number 21, another freshman, 5'9", 170 pounds. Gavin Peterson in the middle, 6'1", 220, as I mentioned earlier. Paul Armitage, the other linebacker, sophomore, so they're a pretty young linebacking core. Peterson actually a senior. He's listed as a junior here. I might have actually said that. Armitage wears number 33, 6 foot, 180 pounds. The defensive ends are Alex Martell and Dallin Ernst. Martell, a 5'8", 160-pound senior, wearing number 6. Then Blafus and Alan Martinez are in the interior of that D-line. Alan Martinez listed at 5'10", 200 pounds, wears number 58. And his twin brother, as I mentioned earlier, out of the game today with a knee injury. That is Brian Martinez. Skill positions, we got Goose. Will be handling the kicking duties, both on the kickoffs and on the field goals. Cam Nito, the punter for this squad. Dallin Ernst, the snapper. Dawson Weinbar is the holder on the field goals. And then David Erlinson will be running back some kicks today, as will Cam Nito. So let's look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Just going through the starting lineups actually also here for this game. So it might be a little bit later of a kickoff, but that's all right. We're used to that. I think they were like 15 minutes late last week. So hopefully less festivities going on here that we got to hold up the game for. We shall see. And a little bit more on that game. Breckenridge's ground game was just dominant last week. So we're going to look to repeat that. I think they only threw about 7 passes last week, and we were I was talking with the assistant coach Jordan Christensen earlier while we were set the over-under at for how many passes we'd see today, and he was kind of thinking we're going to try to do this kind of the same thing they did last week. So as far as just kind of tear up the ground game, they were so dominant up front, I had to give the whole O-line player of the game, which is brought to you by Essentia Health if you guys did not know. As the Hawley starters are getting ready to be announced, Breckenridge just got wrapped up with their starters. You're watching on KBMW News Live. You got to watch them run through. And forgot to mention Breckenridge, some key information there. Breckenridge actually won the toss, and they're riding with that red-hot offense. Decided to receive the opening kick. So we'll see that Breckenridge offense come out and try to pick up where they left off last week. Scored on almost every drive they got the ball last week. But that might also be kind of a result of, starting with what you're, starting with your strength. You don't want to really put it all on the defense right away after, let's be honest, not one of their best performances last week. That was a really good West Central area Ashby offense that we saw, but defense had some big breakdowns to give up some massive plays that kind of kept the Knights still in the game. As the Cowboys get lined up for the national anthem, and once again, Hawley still going through their starters. Really taking their time announcing them, but I'm all here for it. That was always fun to get announced before the games. Not that I'm a me over we guy or anything, but that was always fun. So we will take a quick commercial break. Might end up being just a little longer if the national anthem runs a little long, but this will do it for the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. Once again, a tradition of good taste and company. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. You're also watching it on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks Pre-Finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wapaton.
The number of power poles knocked down by farm machinery has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there's not a huge change in who's farming the land, it's possible that auto steering has contributed to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what's happening. You can hit a power pole. Know the location of power lines in fields. To make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work, we urge you to give safety the highest priority. This safety message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And welcome back to Hawley High School. 2 minutes after 7 o'clock, we are ready for the opening kick. I think the opening kick happened last week at like 7:15. I'm still not over that. Once again, Breckenridge won the coin toss. They'll be receiving. Back to return, Cam Nito and David Erlinson. You got the star senior, all that great experience he got last year and this year, along with the running back of the future. So got the present, you got the future back there with the freshman, who showed some sparks a couple weeks ago against Rosa. When he got his opportunity to come in there, he hit the hole hard. And you could hear some of the coaches down the press box that week saying, "Oh boy, there's another Erlinson." And I even talked to some of the coaches before the game. They were going through, or not coaches, some of the guys downstairs in the press box were asking me for pronunciations. And they said, "Erlinson, oh, that's a big name." And I said, yes it is. Funny they didn't say that about Blofeld. I wonder why. So we get ready for this opening kick. Booting it away for the Nuggets. And they're going to put it a little short. It goes through the hands of Nito. He just dives on it. And my apologies for that. That was Cade Peterson. Good time to misplace the roster right when the game starts. But we are ready to get this rolling. Cowboys will start off this drive. Gotta double check the yard mark. So we can't really see the, we'll start at their own 20. I was going to say we can't see the scoreboard from here. They motion Cam Nito in the backfield, and they go with Alex Sanchez, a nice little counter to catch them off guard on the outside. So a nice gain. He gets close to the first down mark. Looks like a gain of about 8 on the play. Obviously, they're going to be keen on Cam Nito, one of the best running backs in the area. May as well make them capitalize on them overplaying him a little bit. Go with Sanchez on the first play. 8-yard burst for Sanchez. He had a touchdown last week as well, along with 50 yards on the ground. And had most of the receiving yards for the Cowboys as well. Had a trio of catches. Maybe Bailey Evans had a nice connection on the bootlegs. Motion Cam Nito in the backfield. They go with a handoff on the right side. He's got enough for a first down and more. Puts the head down. They're saying he might have lost the ball. Hawley's saying they got it. Nito's banged up after the play. And they're saying Cowboys still have it. Nito's going to have to limp off the field, though. That's even bigger than a turnover if he's out for an extended period of time. 9-yard run by Cam Nito. We'll see if he's just got a stinger he can shake off. Got to run over and meet with the athletic trainer quick. What would obviously be a massive loss. Probably the one player on the team they can't lose. Evans hands it off to Gavin Peterson. The workhorse fullback rumbles for a gain of, call it, 6 yards on the play. Here's we open up this game. 0-0 is the score. We just jumped into it. We're a minute and a half into the game. 0-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 6-yard gain for Gavin Peterson. So they've gone with 3 different guys toting the rock here so far. Go with their signature wing set that they've run all year. Paul Armitage, and he actually slipped when he was supposed to go get the handoff, but still rumbles for a first down. Great push by the O-line. He wasn't touched for a while. And we'll see how many yards they give him on that one. Gain of 6. So Breckenridge, 4 different guys have a carry so far. All of them at least 6 yards. Over by the right hash on their own 48. Actually, it's right on the 50. Cam Nito back in the game. And Hawley's defense ready for him. About 4 guys in on that tackle. Now check. I want to say the first one was Ryan Spear, the senior D lineman. Listed at 6'3". 1 yard from Nito. So it was 2nd and 9. The Cowboys on their opening drive. 0-0. The score. 10 yards for Cam Nito on his 2 carries. Weinbar, the only player split out wide. Everybody else jam-packed in. Nito motion into the backfield. Gavin Peterson gets the handoff and ends up carrying a man a few yards. Shouldn't have got anything out of that, but John Vetter made the tackle there. Those 2 very similar players. 2 big loads at fullback, so Vetter's used to being the one carrying people. But on that play, it was him getting carried. Sets up a 3rd and 6. Cowboys on the right hash on the Nugget 46. 8:52 remaining in this opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Sanchez gets the handoff. Runs up the middle. Nothing doing. See what the Cowboys are going to be doing here. I mean, they're on the Hawley side of the 50. So it wouldn't be too surprising if they went for it here. They're keeping it all the same personnel on the field. So after that gain of 2, they got a 4th and 4. We'll see if maybe they try to draw them off sides here. On 4th and 4, that'd be enough for the first down. Breckenridge toward the right hash. At the 44-yard line, they go with Gavin Peterson. Peterson gets stocked up, but they're going to see if they can push him to the first down line. I think he's going to come up a little short, but we shall see. Maybe you're going to need the chain gang on that one. Gain of 3 on the play, and turnover on down. So Hawley's defense holds strong on the opening drive. Nuggets will take over on their own 41, it looks like. The defense comes up with a big stand. Obviously, Hawley known for that option offense. Got the dive, double dive, and then the double dive keep. I'll forever hear Coach Herder yelling that in my brain. They go up the middle on the first play. It looks like I'm actually right for once because they have fooled me many times. They do fakes better than most teams in the area, that's for sure. First carry of the game for Vetter is a gain of 2 on the play. And this is usually the style of offense that Breckenridge kind of does pretty well against because they do really well against the run, but Hawley, they do a good way of keeping it dynamic even though it's a simple offense. Nuggets on their first offensive drive. Go with a straight handoff on the left side. Got room to run. And a big gain on that play. And it looks like that was Derek Tibbetts on the carry. Tibbetts with a gain of 17. That was just a straight handoff. There was no fakes or anything. Just went off tackle and Breckenridge wasn't ready for it. Alex Sanchez making the tackle to save the touchdown. Hawley coming out in the I formation with the H-back on the left side. And they go with the dive on the first handoff, and Vetter busts it loose. It's like he's going to get in for the score. Carries the defender in with him for the 40-yard touchdown. Heck of a run there by the senior fullback to get his squad on the board. And that one was just a matter of, I think they were kind of playing it like they thought there was a fake handoff, but Vetter just ended up rolling out and busting one. Found a nice gap to cut it outside to the left side and turned on the burners. Nuggets will go for 2 on the conversion. Snaps clean. Handed off on the left side. They're going to go with Tibbet. And we'll see if he ends up getting in. And they're saying he was short. So after that 40-yard touchdown run by Vetter, we got a 6-0 Nugget lead. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. You're also watching it on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
Buyer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Washington are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wapaton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency.
And welcome back to Hawley, Minnesota, as the Nuggets have struck first. Take a 6-0 lead here in the first quarter, their first offensive drive. And it only took them 3 plays. Booted away by Peterson. Booted deep. This time Cam Nito fields it cleanly. Gets behind his wall. Cuts right. And ends up getting wrapped up. Nito with a nice return out to the 35. Cam Nito will be playing college baseball next year. University of Minnesota Crookston. Big get for Crookston. That is just as talented on the baseball diamond as he is on the football field. Wing formation. They're going to go with Gavin Peterson up the middle. We're almost on the left side. Collided with Tibbets there. Ended up getting a decent gain out of it. It's the kind of contact that Peterson seeks out. Call it a gain of 6. But Gavin Peterson continues to be a dominant force for the Cowboys on the ground. Second 6-yard carry of the game. 6-0 your score, 6:20 remaining in the opening quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley in the lead. Cam Nito takes a toss on the right side. They ate up the West Central defense last week. Nito made the first guy pay. He's got enough for the first down. Laid the boom on Carson Kopacik, and then Tibbets came to finish Nito off after he already laid the boom, but a nice gain there by Nito. Gain of 5 on the play for the first down. So, Cowboys haven't thrown a pass yet. Run 10 plays so far, all on the ground. They keep that going up the middle. Gavin Peterson again. They give Peterson... He always gets more than you think he did. Because he always hits that contact right by the hole, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you got 4 yards out of that? Which he just got on that play. Kid's a load. $5:24 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this opening quarter. And they're going to have their first pass attempt of the game dialed up, but we got a penalty. This penalty break brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Looks like some movement, or actually the defensive line came across. They were showing blitz pretty hard, and someone came across. So that's going to be just shy of the first down. 5-yard penalty for that encroachment. So it's up 2nd and 2. I was excited to see the first pass attempt of the game, but we'll have to wait again. Neither team's thrown one so far, but Hawley was only on the field for 3 plays. 6-0. Hawley leading Breckenridge. They go with a counter to Sanchez, and he had someone waiting for him there. Maybe got a yard on it. If he did, it was because of the second effort, because there was a guy waiting for him right when he got that handoff. Maybe got half a foot out of that. But not a loss. That's big. So they got 3rd and a long 1. Cowboys break the huddle. Looks like they have a new back in the field. Alex Martell. They go with the toss to Cam Nito. And he lays a big boom on a Hawley defender. I think he got a little revenge on Tibbetts on that one. Enough for the first down as well. They give him a gain of 3 on that to move the chains. He's fun to watch when he's got one man trying to take him down. About 9 times out of 10, that guy's going to end up on his butt. Hawley's defense came up with a big 4th down stop, the opening drive of the game. Cowboys go up to the line. Motion Nito in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him. Gavin Peterson with a nice block to free him up, but Hawley's defense was ready for that play. Making a nice stop there was Jack Ames, the sophomore linebacker. And once again, Nito slow to get up. Ames laid a nice lick on him. So a 2-yard gain, but Nito banged up. Not sure if that's what part of him's injured. It might be the shoulder. He's been dealing with a shoulder injury throughout this season. So as they tend to Nito, we'll take a quick break. Your score, Hawley 6, Breckenridge 0. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel.
When you need care, you want to know it's close to where you live, work, and play. That's why at Sanford Health, we're committed to providing you with the care you need, when you need it, right here where you call home. Dr. Dylan Torgerson is a family medicine physician that offers care for the entire family in Wapton. And it's always easy to make an appointment with convenient clinic locations, hours, and online options that fit your schedule. Find your provider, Dr. Dylan Torgerson, at sanfordhealth.org or by calling 642-7000.
Jeff's been everywhere, man. Jeff's been everywhere. Been to the county fair, man, and every village square, man. Church suppers, he's had his share, man. Jeff's been everywhere.
Jeff's been to Fergus Falls, Wheaton, Browns Valley, Breckenridge, Elbow Lake, Elizabeth, Earhart, Foxhome, Herman, Hoffman, Barrett, Campbell, Dalton, Dumont, Wendell, Wolverton, Norcross, Nashua, Kenton, Ashby, Pelican Rapids.
Jeff's been everywhere.
Representative Jeff Backer is an experienced leader standing tall for rural Minnesota values. Jeff Backer is fighting for our families, farmers, and communities. He's working to lower taxes, cut government waste, and support schools, seniors, and law enforcement. Re-elect Jeff Backer and become a backer today.
Jeff's been everywhere. Paid for by Citizens for Jeff Backer.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
And after that injury break, Cam Nito walked off the field under his own power, so that's a good sign, but not a good sign, him not being in the game, obviously. Bailey Evans, first pass attempt of the game, throws it out to Sanchez in the flats. He has him open. Ends up getting, I don't know if they're going to call that a catch and then a fumble, or if they're going to call it incomplete. I want to say they're going to call it an incomplete. Oh, actually, you're going to say he caught it and got some yards. Looks like he fumbled it out of bounds, so that was a gain of 4 on the play on Breckenridge's first pass attempt. Might see more of those now with Nito out of the game. Sanchez, a nice receiving game last week. Now we got a, not sure if we got a timeout or if it's an official time. We're going to talk it over. Maybe they're going to, not 100% sure. I think it's too late to say that was actually incomplete, buddy, but officials are going to talk it over. Maybe they're going to say the fumble went out of bounds at a different spot, or clock issue. Not 100% sure.
3:10 on the game clock.
Oh, they're adding time to the game clock. Got to throw on another 19 seconds. I'm not sure if they didn't realize that fumble went out of bounds. Either way. Breckenridge facing a 3rd and 4 over on the right hash. They're at the Hawley 38. They go with Alex Sanchez on the left side. His time to shine. And he rumbles for a first down. Down earth through a massive block down the field. So Sanchez enough for the first down. My apologies there, as I'm trying to keep an eye on where the yard mark is, and also run the camera. My apologies to all the viewers. 13-yard gain for Alex Sanchez. Matches his number at that yard. Gavin Peterson goes up the middle, stacked up. Be lucky to get a yard on that one. Breckenridge showing 6-0, 2:35 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in this opening quarter. Got back to the line. Breckenridge knocking on the door of the Titan Machinery red zone. They're at the 25 after that 1-yard gain, or 24 actually. Breckenridge only busted off one run of at least 10 yards so far, and that was Sanchez that he had a couple plays ago. They're going to go with Sanchez on the left side. He's got a lot of room to run. Get some great blocking, and will go in for 6. Sanchez strikes from 25 yards out. Alex Sanchez having a fantastic senior year. Keeps it rolling tonight. But how about that blocking? Sanchez probably was wondering, how the heck is this going to work? I was nobody around to stop me right in here. But a heck of a run from the senior slot. 24-yard TD. Breckenridge, a chance to go up here. They bring in their kicker, Goose. Berklet's Errolson. Waiting on the snap. Snap's clean, and the kick is also clean. So Alex Sanchez breaks free for a 24-yard TD run. And after that Goose PAT, they got a 7-6 lead. Take a quick break. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. You're also watching it on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Hey, friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
And welcome back to Hawley High School. Alex Sanchez gets his squad on the board with a 24-yard TD. And then Goose gives him the lead with the PAT. So he continues to shine on the extra point kicks. I think someone said last week was like the first field goal they kicked in like 20 years or something. Unreal. Goose kicks a little squib kick. Run down and fielded by the Nuggets, and then wrapped up in a hurry. Great coverage there. And that was number 3 for the Cowboys, Trey Vogelbacher, making the tackle. Carson Kopacik kind of mishandled it a little bit when he scooped it up, but Vogelbacher was there in a hurry. I know the Cowboy coaching staff has liked what they've seen from him on the kickoff team. Breckenridge looking to bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the 3rd play of the last drive. Hawley going with their signature formation. I formation with the blocking back on the left side. Looks like they went with the double dive there. And that was Tibbetts on the carry. Derek Tibbetts, 2nd carry of the game. Gain of 4 on the play. He's up to 21 yards. So just 10.5 yards per carry after 2 totes. Not too bad. 1:35 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this opening quarter. Cowboys up 7-6. Got stopped on downs on their opening drive, but bounced back. They got the ball back after Hawley got a TD. And they're going to go up the middle with Vetter. I'm up here in the press box, and I'm still never sure who has the ball. Vetter got close to the first down mark. Maybe just a yard shy. Landon Blofus making the stop. So far, Vetter and Tibbetts the only one getting any carries. So 3rd and a long one. Maybe a short 2. The announcer called this short 2. I'll roll with him. Nuggets come up to the line. It's 3rd and 2. They're on their own side of the 50, over by the left hash mark. They go with a handoff on the right tackle to Tibbetts. So he's got enough for the first down. Good second effort. 36 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Let's see how many yards they gave him. Gain of 6 on the play. Only needed 2. Doing a good job of splitting the carries between him and Vetter. They each got 3 so far. So they've run as many plays this drive as they did on their opening drive, which resulted in a 40-yard TD by Vetter. So for the Breckenridge defense, already a better drive, even though they have given up the first down. Breckenridge's defense really selling out in the box. And we got our first pass attempt of the game. We'll see if they catch him sleeping, and it ends up being an incomplete pass. Noah Nelson was looking for Jack Ames on that play. Pair of sophomores. David Erlinson over there on the coverage. So the Nuggets are facing a 2nd and 10, trying to catch the Breckenridge defense off guard, but the Cowboys are ready. Erlinson making his first defensive start of his career on varsity. I formation. Blocking back to the right. They're going to go with the double dive handoff. Martell can't make the tackle, and Tibbetts is off to the races. Drulo, the only one who can catch him, and he hauls him down at the 20-yard line. So a massive gain. Call it a 36-yard run for Tibbetts, and that'll do it for the first quarter. And your score after 1 quarter, Breckenridge 7, Hawley 6. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. You're also watching it on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
And welcome back to Hawley as we're about to start the second quarter. Breckenridge with a 7-6 lead to start this off. 1st and 10 for the Nuggets after that 36-yard rush. Busted off by Tibbetts. Nuggets at the Titan Machinery red zone. And they went with Vetter on the dive. Once again, I'm always not 100% sure who's got it there. This offense always just drives me crazy. So Vetter rumbles for a gain of 6. Him and Tibbetts have 4 carries apiece. We've only thrown 1 pass so far. Both teams have only thrown the 1 pass so far. Nelson under center. And they go with the double dive. Enough for the first down and more. Levi Lelm on that one. First carry of the game for him. It's enough to move the sticks as they're in the Titan Machinery red zone. Once again, waiting to see if they mark him down at. Call that a gain of 8, so 1st and goal from the 7. Nuggets at their right hash mark. On the I formation, loading it up to the right. And they go with Vetter up the middle. And Vetter's going to carry a few Cowboys to the goal line. It looks like he's going to eventually end up in the end zone, and he does. Monster run from Vetter. Carrying half the Cowboy defense with him into the end zone for a 7-yard TD. So the Cowboys now trailing 12-7. 10:44 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nuggets going to try the 2-point conversion again. Got stuffed on their last attempt. Left side's the heavy side. And QB keeper here by Nelson, and he gets in with ease. So Nuggets get the 2-point conversion, make it a 14-7 game. Take a quick break, come back for the ensuing kickoff. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
After that 7-yard score by John Vetter in the 2-point conversion by Noah Nelson, Nuggets lead 14-7. So Nuggets 2 for 2. Both times they've got the ball. They got a scoring drive. That one took a little more time. They scored on the 3rd play of the first time they got the ball. Booting away is going to be Cade Peterson. Peterson boots a kind of a squib kick. Scooped up by Alex Sanchez, who was one of the horsemen. And makes a nice return, gets close to the 45. Threw a nice little stiff arm there. Making the tackle is Devon Stock. Plays corner for this squad. I want to say he started at corner. I'm going to double check that. Yeah, he did. He came off the field afterwards, so I was like, pretty sure he started. I had to go double check. Bailey Evans coming up under center Cam Nito's still out of the ball game. Fumbled snap, but Evans looks like he got back on top of it. So a tough break there for the Cowboys, but could have been a lot worse. Evans is going to get credit with that rush. Just lost a yard. They're going to huddle up on it. Not 100% sure what there is to discuss, but we'll anxiously await the news. They're going to say a penalty on the defense. Scooch Breck forward. That waves off the 1 yard loss. So 1st and 5 for the Cowboys, who once again, without Cam Nito, look for Alex Sanchez to fill that void, along with Paul Armitage. And Gavin Peterson, of course. Armitage will get the tote here. This is a nice little cut, but a nicer tackle by Carter Haugen. Got about halfway to the first down marker. Gain of 2. Second carry of the game for Paul Armitage. Cowboys trailing 14-7 with 10-12 remaining in the second quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They're at the Hawley 48. And Breckenridge, for the first time today, going to go out of the gun. Don't see this very much this season. They're going to run out of it with Armitage, but he is wrapped up in a hurry. And guess who? John Vetter continues to shine on both sides of the ball. Loss of 1 on the play for Armitage. Heck of a tackle. Now we'll see if Cowboys are going to be open up the playbook here a little bit. First time we've seen gun. They're going to go back to their standard wing formation. Kunkel split out wide right. They fake the handoff. Evans rolling right, looking for a man. Tosses it to, looks like he's looking for Landon Blofus, but pass broken up. So after that incomplete pass, Breckenridge is going to punt it away. Bringing in some different personnel. Second pass attempt of the game for Bailey Evans. First one was a 4-yard hookup with Alex Sanchez, despite a fumble. And they got the backup punter in as well, Jackson Riggs, the freshman. Downers, the long snapper. Fielded cleanly and booted away. Pretty nice punt. Actually, looked like a nice punt right away, but didn't get as much distance as I thought it did. Still not too bad. As the Nuggets will take over on their own 32. Another spot Cam Nito will be sorely missed. On a chilly night here in Hawley. Like I said in the pregame show, if there's no snow or rain, you won't hear me complain. Unintentional rhyme. Nuggets take over the 30 at their own 31. 9:14 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They lead 14-7. Scored both times they've got the ball. And they had a man jump early. Looks like that was the right tackle for them, Gavin Knutson. I'll back him up. So a good break for the Cowboys. This penalty break brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Like a good neighbor, Matt and Amanda Frederick are there. That should be their line. I think they'll go with that. I'll make sure to pitch it to them next time I see them. So now 1st and 15 for the Nuggets. We have a 7-point lead over the Cowboys, 14-7. Motion man in the backfield going with this formation similar to what the Cowboys use. And Breckenridge blows that one up in the backfield. Gavin Peterson laying a big lick on Levi Lem. That's as good as I've seen anyone sniff out their double dive action. Loss of 2 for Lum. Only his second carry of the game. So that sets up a 2nd and 17, 8:46 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nuggets near the 25. Their own 25, I should say. They're going to go with the wing formation again. Taking a formation out of Breckenridge's playbook. And we got a pass attempt. Nelson rolling out to the right for an open receiver, and it is incomplete. Sophomore quarterback 0 for 2 on his pass attempt so far. Showed he could run on that 2-point conversion, though. Noah Nelson did. Only a sophomore, but listed at 6'4", 180. Have to watch out to him when we get to basketball. Just assuming he hoops. Can't be that tall and not hoop. Hawley's got a good basketball program, too. But football program is kind of what they're known for around the area. I would say it's been the most successful. Head coach Peter Natt's done a great job with this squad since he's been at the helm all these years. And here as long as I can remember. They got a 3rd and 17. They're going to go out of the gun. Nelson motions Tibbetts over to the right side. And they're going to go with a handoff on the left side. Vetter's got a lot of room to run. Gavin Peterson tries to trip him up, but he's going to get the first down anyways. A massive breakdown for the Cowboy defense. That one's going to... They're not going to be happy about that one when they go back and watch the film, that's for sure. Gain of 21 on the play for Vetter. On a 3rd and 17. Gavin Peterson ended up running him down and tripping him up, but now Hawley is facing a 1st and 10 and get back to what they want to do as they're close to the 50. Expect to see the dive, double dive. They fake the dive. Or actually, they go with the dive. I've been fooled again. And Vetter got it there again. 4-yard gain for the workhorse fullback. Cowboys trailing 14-7. 7:27 left to play here in the second quarter. Nuggets so far 2 for 2. Scored both drives. They've got the ball. They're going to go with the off-tackle handoff to Tibbetts here. Gets tripped up, but still rumbles for the first down. Gain of 9 on the play. For the senior running back. I was going to say, it kind of looks like he's got that straight-up running stance, kind of like Le'Veon Bell. And I was going to say, how tall is he? 6'3" is what he's listed at. Usually I say they got to be boosting these heights a little bit here, but he looks as tall as advertised. So 1st and 10 once again for the Nuggets. As they're at the Cowboy 40, we got a pass play coming. Noah Nelson looking for an open receiver. Spins to get out of the defense. And ends up getting wrapped up from behind. Landon Blafis, one of them there. And we got a penalty on the play. Oh, Breckenridge might have got a boneheaded personal foul penalty coming this way. Landon Blafis, one of the Cowboys there. Dallin Ernst was in the backfield as well. And they are saying personal foul. Not sure who it was on, but it's on the Breckenridge defense. Not sure if someone came in there late, but a sack gets waved off as a result. Coach Fredrickson definitely not going to be happy with that. Defensive coordinator Jordan Christensen is looking for some clarification from the officials. Doesn't look like he's going to get it. Couple of bad breaks for Breckenridge here on this drive. Just mental mistakes. I formation, 1st and 3 after that penalty. Off tackle to Tibbetts. And Blafis there, once again, laid a big hit on Tibbetts there in the hole. It started out the season playing linebacker. Moved him to defensive tackle after playing defensive end most of his career. So the guy's showing off the versatility, that's for sure. Excuse me. Breckenridge trailing 14-7. Just under 6 minutes left to play. Nuggets at the Cowboy 32. Trying to make this 3 scoring drives in 3 attempts. I formation. Nelson hands it off to the second handoff man. It'll be enough for the first down. Levi Lem on the carry. enough to rack up a, let's see how many yards they give him here. 4 yards for Lum. Not the prettiest offense in the world, but it works. Cowboys going to come up with their first defensive stop of the day. Nelson hands it off to Lum, off tackle, as they're giving Tibbetts some breathers. Call that a gain of 4. And that's what they give him. The thing about having the two running teams makes the quarters go by pretty quick. 4:55 left to play here in the opening half. We only started the game 44 minutes ago. Both teams have only thrown it twice so far. I formation. They go with the fullback Vetter up the middle. Looks like he's going to be just shy of the first down. But a nice run nonetheless. Gain of 3 on the play, sets up a 3rd and 3. 4 down territory though. After that Vetter run. Wouldn't be surprised if they go with him again. 4:08 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Nuggets looking to add to this 14-7 lead. Nelson making sure everyone's where they need to be. Gets a snap. Hands it off. They go off tackle. And gets wrapped up by the leg and almost pulled backwards. Haven't seen that before. Looks like he's going to get enough for the first down, but making that tackle for the Cowboys. Gotta double check the number there. Number 61. And there's not a 61 on the roster. Have my associate let me know who made that tackle if he's aware. And he doesn't seem to know who 61 is either. Maybe I got the wrong number, but we'll go back and double check it. Either way, a nice little ankle tackle. But 1st and 10 nonetheless. 3:23 remaining. And they go with Vetter up the middle again. Just a couple on that one. But I've never seen someone just grab an ankle and pull someone all the way back to a pile. Lucky that didn't suffer. The guy didn't suffer an injury on that play. Gain of 4 on the play for Vetter, who by my count is up to 9 carries so far here in the opening half. Light work for the workhorse fullback. I formation. Blocking back to the left. And they're going to go off tackle on the right side with Lum. And Lum goes in easy. He knew there was nobody. He threw the hand up before he even got to the 5-yard line. He knew nobody was near him. So Levi Lum goes in for the touchdown, his first of the night. From about 12 yards out. Nuggets likely going to go for 2 again. We haven't seen a kicker yet. They come out, their standard formation. Lum still the tailback. And they fake it to him. Nelson trying to get that confidence up with a 2-point conversion throw, and it is dropped. Once again, the sophomore looking for his fellow sophomore. That was dropped by Jack Ames. But the damage is still done, 20-7. Hawley is in the lead with 2:32 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Take a quick break. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel.
At Twin Town Villa, their focus is on comfort, security, peace of mind, and quality of life for their residents. They're extending an invitation to you to stop and experience how their assisted living community is different. Their 1- and 2-bedroom apartments are spacious and fully functional, and their list of amenities is endless. Their mission centers around family with assistance, supportive services, and quality health care all under one roof at Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. Check them out on Facebook or visit their website at twintownvilla.com. Call them 643-9542 to schedule a tour today.
And welcome back to Hawley, Minnesota. The Nuggets increased their lead to 13 points, 20-7. After the 2-point conversion was no good. Nuggets getting ready to boot it away. Kind of been squib kicking it so far. Once again, handling the kicking duties is Cade Peterson. Peterson, Nuggets with their signature hit chant. Scooped up and just laid down by the up man. And just lays there for a couple seconds. That's Paul Armitage scooping that one up. One of the guys who's being tasked with helping out with that workload with Cam Nito. So the Cowboys start off on their own 35. One man split out to the left. Double wing set. They go with the counter to Sanchez. Sanchez laid a boom on a couple defenders there, but still went down. Gain of 7 on the play. 2:20 remaining in this opening half. Once again, Cowboys down 20-7. Got my man Todd Diverding telling me I'm not saying the score enough. Oh, I do not agree with that. I might say it every sentence now, as it is a 20-7 Hawley lead. Fake handoff. Billy Evans rolling out to the right. For an open man down the field, but incomplete. Kind of a flood play there. So Evans completed his first pass, over 2 cents. Looking down the field. 3rd and 4 here. Cowboys on their own 41. We're at the left hash. 3rd and 4, we'll see what they have dialed up for this. In motion, Armitage in the backfield. Handed off to him. Off tackle, he's got a lot of room to run. Gain of 6 on the play to move the sticks, but Breckenridge is going to have to keep their mind on that clock. Only 1:53 left in this opening half. A nice carry there by Armitage. Cowboys looking to cut into this 13-point lead heading into halftime. They hustle up to the line. Motion Armitage in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Evans rolling right. And throws it to, I believe, the intended receiver. I can't tell if he's throwing to Gavin Peterson or Alex Sanchez. I believe Sanchez, and he's a little slow to get up. Might have been more of a frustration thing than an injury thing. It's Cowboys facing a 2nd and 10. With 1:39 remaining in this opening half. Hawley up 20-7. Wing formation. Man split out right. Go with Gavin Peterson up the middle. Get maybe about 4 yards. We'll see if they hustle up to the line again. And they got a look from their offensive coordinator, Carson Yagi. He's saying, get up to the line, run something. They do. They go with Peterson again. Got a lot of room to run on the left side. And it rumbles for a big gain. See how many they give him. Say he was at the 50. It's the thing about the up-tempo. It's hard to keep up with the scoreboard. Gain of 15 on the play for Gavin Peterson. 1:15 remaining in this opening half. Wing formation again. Motion Paul Armitage in the backfield. Off tackle, handoff on the left side. He's got some room to roll, and maybe going to come up a couple yards short of the first down. And now we got another injured Cowboy, as if their running back core wasn't already banged up enough. Paul Armitage gets 8 yards on the carry. And we got a timeout on the play. Thought it was an injury timeout right away, but I think it was a timeout. So with 1:06 remaining, Breckenridge calls a timeout. This timeout break brought to you by Highcamp Construction. Hawley leading 20-7 here in Hawley. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And welcome back to Hawley, Minnesota. Cowboys come up with the line after that timeout break, brought to you by Highcam Construction. Those just joining us, 1:06 is remaining here in the opening half. Cowboys trailing 20-7. It's the Hawley Nuggets. Evans under center. Snaps it. They go with the counter to Alex Sanchez. Sanchez got the first down and some more. Gets pushed out and has to run on the track. That was from the 35, so we'll see how many yards they give him. All right, they're getting a gain of 18 on the play. Actually, I want to say that was a gain of 10 for Sanchez. They motion Sanchez in the backfield. They're going to go with him again up the middle, trying to cut through the defense as he did for his touchdown run earlier in the game. 54 seconds remaining. Got another Cowboy timeout just to stop the clock. This timeout break, once again, brought to you by Highcam Construction. This Cowboys looking to get another TD before the halftime. Take another very quick break. Hawley with a 20-7 lead over the Cowboys. You're listening to Breckenridge Football on B92.7 FM.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care that you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there are no appointments necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday.
And my apologies there. Cowboys looking to get right back on the field and into it. They fake the handoff. Evans convert an open receiver. He's got Gavin Peterson for the first down. Heck of a grab there by Peterson, who was actually the team's leading receiver last year. Down inside the 5. Pass and catch of, just outside the 5 actually, so a 9-yard gain. Billy Evans had thrown 3 straight incompletions, but was ready to find Gavin Peterson there. They go up the middle there. And the Cowboys are going to have to get right back on the line because they did not reach the end zone. But they got pretty close. Gain of 3 for Peterson. Get right back up the line. They go with Peterson again. And Hawley's defense is ready. 25 seconds remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So a pair of runs for only 3 yards gets the Cowboys. Actually ended up maybe even lost a yard on that one. We'll stay here. But this timeout is brought to you by Highcam Construction. So a pair of runs for 4 yards, as I think he might have lost a yard on that one, Gavin Peterson did, after that massively clutch grab. So Breckenridge got a big decision to make here. The ground game has been their bread and butter. But at the same time, if you throw it an incompletion, it stops the clock. That helps you out a little bit there. You don't, you only got time for, you only need to run 2 plays. It's 3rd and goal. So 25 seconds is enough to, run 2 plays, but if you get stuffed on a run, it might be a little hectic going up here. You might not run your best stuff on that 4th down when you get another crack at it. But either way, Breckenridge has 25 seconds, 2 plays. You get 5 yards. We'll see what they have dialed up. Wing formation. David Erlinson getting some action in the game. And they go with Sanchez. Makes one man miss. Sheds a couple other tacklers. Gets to the goal line. And he's in. 5-yard touchdown. Second TD of the game for Alex Sanchez. And that was a play that could have been just done for in the backfield, but he shed the tackler, then collided with a couple other guys. Enough for the score, though. Heck of a run there from Alex Sanchez. Coming with 19 seconds left in the half. So they bring out Goose for the extra point. Trying to make this a 20-14 game. Snap's good, holds good, and Goose, you guys know he's good. So that extra point kick makes it a 20-14 game right before the half, but the Nuggets are going to be able to get the ball back with 19 seconds left. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
And welcome back to Hawley High School as the Cowboys cut into the lead 20-14 with a massive score right before halftime. But 19 seconds left. And the Nuggets have shown they have some home run hitters in that backfield. So we'll see if they try to, I don't know, maybe open up the playbook or if they just try to bust off a big run here. Maybe if they got a trick play lined up, we shall see. We'll also see what Breckenridge has got dialed up here. If they're going to have Goose kick it deep, they're going to have him squib it. And they do have him squib it. And the return man almost missed it. He picks it up with a one hand. Dangerous play. Makes a couple men miss, and then he gets laid out by Jackson Riggs. And that was definitely a dangerous play back there, trying to scoop up the ball with one hand. Devon Stock. Because if he doesn't scoop that up, Breckenridge can probably boot a field goal there if they take over with that field position with the kicker they have. But they dodged a bullet on that one. We'll see if they're just going to kneel on it or if they're going to try to bust off a big run. I assume the latter. Vetter's already shown he can leave the defense in the dust. The 40-yard score that he had on their first drive. Likely going to load up the middle here to account for that. And they're just going to kneel it out. So that'll do it for the first half. As we head into the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your score. Hawley 20, Breckenridge 14. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Click the banner to learn more. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, like nowhere else.
At Titan Machinery, we know you expect premium performance and dependable durability from your Case IH equipment, and you should demand the same from the parts you put inside it. Only CNH Industrial Genuine Parts are guaranteed to perform to the rigorous standards of your Case IH equipment. They're engineered to work harder and last longer so you can maximize your uptime and minimize your maintenance intervals. Others can imitate, but none can replicate. Nothing beats the original. CNH Industrial Genuine Parts. For CNH Industrial Genuine Parts, visit your area Titan Machinery.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Ever Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks pre-finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
The number of power poles knocked down by farm machinery has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there's not a huge change in who's farming the land, it's possible that auto steering has contributed to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what's happening. You can hit a power pole. Know the location of power lines in fields to make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work. We urge you to give safety the highest priority. This safety message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
And welcome back to Hawley High School. The Nuggets take a 20-14 lead in halftime. And here's something I don't think I've ever seen before. Usually it's the home team runs into the locker room and then the away team hangs out, in the other end zone. Usually it's like, oh, well, we're the away team. We don't really get to go in the locker room right now. Opposite here. Hawley must be just the most polite guys ever because they got the Nuggets hanging out in the end zone and Breckenridge ran in to get warm in the school. So maybe that's also a testament to the toughness. I don't know. I'm not going to look too much into it, but just thought it was an interesting tidbit. Had to divvy up the stats for all of you guys. A lot of rushing yards to run through, so I'll get you at that right now. Leading rusher for the Cowboys on 7 carries is Alex Sanchez. He's got 64 yards. Most importantly, he's got 2 touchdowns. Actually, make that 69 yards. I forgot to write down his last TD somehow. So 69 yards for Sanchez on 8 carries. And definitely picking up the slack here in Nito's absence. And then next up is 10 carries, 46 yards, Gavin Peterson. Hawley doing a good job on him, but that is a good half. 10 carries for 46 yards. That's still 4.6 yards a pop. Cam Nito had to leave the game with an injury. 5 carries for 20 yards. Paul Armitage, 5 carries as well. He's got 21 yards. Billy Evans actually had to wave off that one rush that he had because they actually waved it off because of a penalty. Leading rusher for Hawley Nuggets, my apologies, John Vetter, 9 carries for 90 yards, including a 40-yard scamper for a touchdown. Also had a 21-yard rush that was enough to move the sticks on a massive 3rd and 17. So Vetter putting together a heck of a half, as did Derek Tibbetts. But we haven't seen as much of him here. He got a lot of action at the beginning of the game, but kind of leaned on Lelm a little more in the later on in the first half. But Lelm ran for 72 yards on only 5 carries. 5 carries as well for Levi Lelm. He ended up with 26 yards in the opening half. And speaking of Tibbetts, he actually was just marked the homecoming king here at halftime. A tradition I know Coach Fredrickson wouldn't be super thrilled about taking your mind off the game, but it's homecoming week. Back-to-back homecoming weeks here that the Breckenridge Cowboys have had to try to spoil. They were successful against West Central Area Ashby as Queen is about to get crowned here at Hawley High School. And she gets a big round of applause, as did Derek Tibbetts. So the Nuggets, going on with the homecoming festivities. No wonder they're staying out here then. That's probably why, because they're doing all the homecoming stuff. But back to the football game. Bailey Evans, 2 for 5 on his pass attempts for 13 yards. He's got a 4-yard hookup with Alex Sanchez and then a 9-yard one to Gavin Peterson that helped set up that touchdown right before halftime. 0 for 2 for Noah Nelson so far in this game. And Nelson has 1 rush for -1 yards. It was that knee that he took. So not a whole lot of fun statistics to write home about, unless you guys are really into the ground game. In which case, this is a blast for you, I'm sure. And then I don't really have a whole lot of defensive statistics either, because the one sack that the Cowboys got ended up getting waved off. Landon Blofis had one. I think Dallin Ernst might have got in on it as well, but they had to wave off that sack due to a penalty, and the homecoming festivities continue. I can see why Coach Fredrickson doesn't have everyone do the homecoming stuff at halftime as far as crowning the king and stuff, because now they got to get together for photos, and oh boy. Okay, I can kind of see where he gets his mentality on homecoming. I was joking last week during the homecoming. I don't think anyone hates homecoming more than Coach Fredrickson, except me last week. But anyways, take a quick break and come back with a few keys to the second half, as Breckenridge trails Hawley 20-14 here, as we're in the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wapaton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wapaton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating, so many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother, who loved the bright, beautiful apartments, and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Low prices. If other car dealerships really meant it, they'd only have to say it once. We have a low price, the best price listed on the windshield and online. You'll get the car you want and a customer experience you'll actually enjoy. All at a price that will make you smile. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Sometimes illnesses or injuries may leave you needing extra help to restore your strength, balance, and range of motion. CHI St. Francis Health are open and ready to provide you the tools for success, including individualized exercise plans and state-of-the-art therapy facility. You'll be confident in the care and treatment you'll receive at CHI St. Francis Health, and they are located right here in your backyard. CHI St. Francis Health. We're here when you need a little reassurance.
We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
And welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Blofis here. I like to always do some keys for the second half and jump into some. You know, I'm not calling myself an expert or anything. I'm just the guy who stands up here and tells you what's going on out here. But if I were going to say anything is going to be key for Breckenridge in this one, it would be for them defensively to win their early downs, force them into some passing downs, because Hawley 0 for 2 and should be 0 for 2 along with a sack. So that's 3 either just bad or disastrous plays for them, but a personal foul got that sack waved off. So if they can win the early downs, maybe get Hawley into a 3rd and 9 or a 3rd and 8, and if they can do it early on in the drive where it's not 4-down territory, then I like their odds, a lot better defensively, because they've shown a lot of promise on the defensive side of the ball tonight. I think this is a lot better of a half they've put together than they did last week, even though they did give up 3 touchdowns on all 3 of the scoring drives. But like I said, they showed promise on it as the Cowboys come out to start their warming up for the second half. And a little bit longer of a halftime than usual due to the homecoming, because they wanted to still give the Nuggets their normal time to do all their halftime adjustments along with honoring the homecoming court. But, yeah, like I said, just win those early downs, get them into some passing situations, because Breckenridge's secondary, they've done a good job holding their own the few times that they've had to, because you can kind of fall asleep in the secondary a little bit. We've seen that before this year, as far as you don't see a pass for, I don't know, like 5-10 minutes of game time, and all of a sudden they're slinging it, and you kind of you just get caught with your pants down a little bit. So it's just, the Cowboys need to, once again, force them into these situations where they can, kind of tee off on the QB a little bit in the passing game, and then I think they'll be all right defensively. Offensively, I don't have a whole lot to give them, because losing Cam Nito, that was a massive loss for them. I haven't seen him if he's out to warm up. He is not, so he is done for the night. A massive loss for the Cowboys, their best offensive player, their best player flat out. And so I'm going to say them getting 2 touchdowns on the board without Cam Nito, that's a big accomplishment for the Cowboys. So offensively, don't got a whole lot to add. I don't know. All season we've been talking about how they got to get the pass game going, so they just aren't so one-dimensional. But when your offensive line is doing such a good job up front in the run game, it's almost like the one-dimensional works. I know Hawley, if it was up to them, they probably wouldn't throw a pass all game. They could probably get away with it. Their run game's so dangerous. But Breckenridge, I'm not saying that they are not capable of doing that either, but it's a lot tougher to do that when you have Cam out of the game. So we'll see if they're maybe going to get the pass game going a little bit here. They threw 5 passes in the first half. We were setting the over-under. They're going to throw 7 passes in this game. I took the over. Got made fun of a little bit for it, but they throw at least 3 passes here in the second half. I'm not going to say I won any money, but I at least won a bet. So Breckenridge Cowboys trailing 20-14 here as we're about to start of the third quarter. They're giving them another 90 seconds to warm up, so we'll take about a 90-second break. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM as we're in the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Click the banner to learn more. Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, like nowhere else.
The days of forgetting to place part orders are long gone. Be ready to manage your entire equipment operation anytime from anywhere with Case IH Online Parts Store. As your total solution for equipment management, Parts Store lets you connect with your dealer 24/7, get faster access to genuine Case IH parts, and stay organized on the go with the free MyShed mobile app. Visit your Titan Machinery dealership to talk to us about registering for Parts Store or search for us on partsstore.caseih.com.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
And welcome back to Hawley, the home of the Nuggets. Not chicken nuggets. I checked. I wish. Be a great mascot. We're about to start off the second half. That'll do it for the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Goose ready to boot it away as Breckenridge won the coin toss, elected to receive in this game. So Nuggets get the first action here in the second half. Goose with another low kick. but fielded pretty deep. Oh, that could have been a big hit, but luckily Devon Stock was able to avoid the contact there. I think a couple of Cowboy defenders ran into each other. I could hear the hit up here even with my headphones on. I always love to see the guys who just do the kickoff team because that's, it's their only time to get any action. I remember my sophomore year, that was all the action I ever got, and it was always fun. Me and my cousin were the Bullets together, so when you go out there and it's the only action you get, you're pretty fired up for it, and you get to see that right now. Trey Vogelbacher and a couple other guys run over to the sideline pretty fired up after that. Fake the handoff, then they go with Tibbetts on the right side. And homecoming king Tibbetts runs for a first down on the first play. Gain of 12 on the play. As I said, he went a little quiet there in the second half. It's like they forgot about him. He only had 5 carries, and he was just eating up the Breckenridge defense when he got him. 84 yards on only 6 carries. So 14 yards a carry, not too bad. They're going with the wing formation again. Lum and Tibbetts are the wing backs. With Vetter, the fullback. Vetter gets it up the middle. And the guy just moves the pile by himself. Gain of 3 or 4 on the play. For the standout back. But the thing is, all those 3 or 4 yard carries add up. Just need a few of them to get a first down. 11 minutes remaining here as we were just starting off the third quarter. Hawley took a 20-14 lead in the halftime. The only drive they haven't scored on was the one they just decided to take a knee. So they didn't want to possibly turn it over on the last play of the first half. So the 3 real drives they've had, they've scored every time. Tibbetts with some room to run, busts it out to the right side. Martell's going to try to make the tackle, tries to trip him up. And another massive run from Tibbetts, and we got possibly a horse collar over there as well. A massive gain there. He was at his own 49. So it looks like a 30-yard gain or close to it. 28-yard gain from Tibbetts. So he's already got 40 yards here in the second half. Not too shabby. And down just short of the 20-yard line. They're about to knock on the door of the Type Machine red zone. Actually, they're going to get into the red zone because there was just a face mask at the end of that. So half the distance to the goal. They'll take over 1st and 10 from the 11. So they need 10 yards for a first down, 11 yards to get in the end zone. Tibbetts, a dynamic back. We'll see if they keep rolling with the hot hand. And I think they took him out of the game. I jinxed him. They got Lelm dotting the I in the tailback. And might have been a broken play there unless Nelson was supposed to take it on the right side. Ends up making a nice gain out of it, but it looked like he was looking for someone to hand it off to. Nobody was there. So Bailey Evans makes the tackle there after that gain of 7, quarterback on quarterback. 7-yard gain for Noah Nelson. Once again, only a sophomore, so Cowboys can get used to that name. You're going to have to see him another 2 years. Lelm dotting the I here once again. Hand it off to him. He gets stacked up. See Dallin Ernst over there. As is Gibson Hasbargen. Getting in on the action. Gain of 2 on the play. For Lelm. Lelm's already got a touchdown on the night. Vetter's got the other 2 for the Nuggets. I formation. Heavy right. Nelson under center. 3rd and 1. And they go with Vetter up the middle, and he'll walk into the end zone for a touchdown. 3-yard score from Vetter, his 3rd of the night. They'll go for 2. Most likely. Shouldn't assume. I'm going to assume they're going for 2 again. 9:14 remaining. So they go with the same formation. Heavy right eye formation. Nelson hands it off. And Dallin Ernst with a big hit. So the only downside for Hawley today, if they're going to say there's anything they need to work on, it's the 2-point conversions. 1 for 4 tonight. Big hit from Ernst. Take a quick break. Cowboys trail 26-14 here in the third quarter. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks pre-finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
Hawley Nuggets increase their lead to 12 points, 26-14 here on their homecoming. Breckenridge definitely knew they were up for a challenge tonight. The tough schedule the Nuggets have played. Just lost to undefeated DGF last week by only 6. So Peterson getting ready to boot it away. It's Cade Peterson. Peterson does kind of like what Goose is doing, squibbing it. Scooped up by Dawson Weinbar. Makes a nice little return out of it. Didn't try to do anything fancy, just got behind his horseman and got what he could get. That's what they teach you to do. So a nice return there by Dawson Weinbar. Cowboys will start this drive on their own 38 near the left hash mark. 9:09 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley up 26-14. Cowboys coming out in their wing set. They motion Paul Armitage in the backfield. Handed off tackle on the left side. Armitage gets tripped up after getting maybe 2 or 3. Hawley, known for their hard-hitting defense. 4 yards for Armitage. Let's hope I've been pronouncing it right, because I told the announcer I've been going by Armitage all year, and I just heard him go Armitage. Like, either he didn't listen to me or I'm wrong. Go with Gavin Peterson up the middle. Peterson could be close to the first down. Right away, it looked like he ran into a pile and was just done for, and all of a sudden he snuck out. Or maybe it was one of those deceptive things of my eyes where it looked like he was running into the pile, but he was actually running outside of it. Knowing him, he was probably running toward the pile. So gain of 5 for Peterson. Likely going to get another carry here. They're going out of the wishbone. First time we've seen this tonight. And they go with their power dive to Sanchez, and Vetter is ready for it. Eats that up in the backfield. Loss of 2 on the play. I think they were trying to catch him off guard there, as everybody in the stadium was thinking that Vetter was going to be getting that, or Peterson was going to be getting that. I'm getting the 2 power fullbacks mixed up. Looks like Breckenridge is going to punt it away. Jackson Riggs, a little late to get out there. Not used to being on the punt team. It's usually Cam Nito handling the punter duties. The freshman makes sure to get out there. Second punt of the night from Riggs. This Cowboys offense stalls. Riggs boots it away. Nice punt. Gets a very favorable bounce. And we'll get down to inside the 20. So a nice punt by Riggs. Gets a very nice bounce, that is for sure. Down at about the 13. I would say big, if the Cowboys wanted to stay in this game, they had to kind of hold their own in a shootout. They showed that last week, but Nuggets come up big defensively. It's 26-14. Remains the score with the Nuggets leading the Cowboys. 7:13 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And they go with the double dive here. I want to say that was Laum that had it. And it was. It's like I said, it's almost like they're saving Tibbetts. Levi Laum doing a good job as the second running back, though. 4-yard gain. Up to 7 carries in this ball game. I got him for an unofficial 32 yards. Play clock winding down. I'm starting to notice more of these high schools are getting on board with having a play clock. Saying Breckenridge should probably take note. I love having the play clock here. 5 seconds remaining on it. They're going to motion Tibbetts into the backfield. Gets into the 3-point stance. They're going to go with him after faking the handoff to the fullback. And he's got room to run. He's going to get a first down and more. Mix a man miss. Gets wrapped up near the sideline, but not after busting off a big gain. You can almost book him for a big run every time he gets the rock. 19 yards on that one. He's got 3 carries this half, all of them at least 12 yards. 12, 28, and 19. Very dynamic running back. I got him for 131 yards on only 8 carries. They motion Lellman into the backfield, and a man jumped. This penalty break brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Jumping there was Alex Paulson, the junior lineman, listed at 301. And you know that it's he's not lying on the way when you got the 01 on there. If it was just 300, it'd be like maybe they're rounding up a little bit. But if it's 301, I believe it. Once again, penalty break brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. 1st and 15. This is where the Breckenridge defense is going to have to capitalize, because if they're going to come up with a defensive stop, they're going to have to take advantage of Hawley making mental mistakes. Get him into these long downs. Wing formation for the Nuggets. They motion the man in the backfield. Lelm gets the handoff, kind of like what Breckenridge does with Sanchez. Bloff is the first one there. He's kind of waiting for some guys to help him out. But Lelm ends up getting a few yards out of it. Oh, ended up getting almost 5 yards out of it. Way to make something out of nothing, because he got stuck right when he got the ball in the backfield. Sets up a 2nd and 10. I was talking about in the halftime show. Breckenridge is going to have to kind of get them into a 3rd and long here if they want to have a good shot. And they're on this side of the 50. That's the best time to do it. Nuggets on their own 38. They motion Tibbetts into the backfield. Expect him to maybe get it here. They fake it. Nelson. Here for an open receiver. He's got him, but nice coverage there by Jackson Riggs. Lelm catching the pass. First pass completion of the day for the Nuggets. Only their 3rd attempt. Gain of, we'll call it 3 on the play. A good coverage once again by Jackson Riggs, the freshman. It's tough to get thrown into the secondary when you're young. You got these guys who are older than you, more experienced than you, and it's one of the tougher positions to play. We're going to go out of the shotgun. First time we've seen this today. Motion Tibbetts over to the right side. Maybe going to see a flood play. Nelson for receiver on the right side. Throws it and is broken up by Sanchez. Alex Sanchez with the fantastic coverage from his cornerback position. We'll see if we see the Hawley punt team for the first time today. And we do. See, I don't seem like a complete idiot when I'm talking about we got to get them into those situations during the halftime show. Usually I give them a bunch of suggestions and then they don't do any of them and then they do really well. So that's what I'm used to. Dawson Weinbar back to return. First time we've seen the punt return team in action today. And gotta double check the punter. Oh, the punt ended up getting lofted a little bit, trying to rugby punt it. And they're just going to peter that. Saying, get out of that one. They're saying, Dawson Weinbar, what are you doing over there? Like he was trying to box out a defender. So Breckenridge comes up with their first real defensive stop of the game. I'm not gonna give them a defensive stop for just the Nuggets taking a knee to end the half. 4:21 remaining in this third quarter on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley up 26-14. My apologies, not getting you the score for a little bit there. I know Todd Differding's probably about to text me. Get motion to man in the backfield. They're going to do a toss to Armitage. Armitage cuts it up, lays the shoulder down, but the Hawley defense is ready for him. They got 3 guys waiting for him there. One of them is cornerback Cade Peterson. Looks like he got back to the line. Armitage, 7th carry of the game. And if Nito's not ready to rock next week, he's gonna really have a lot on his shoulders. As will Alex Sanchez, Gavin Peterson, pretty much any of their primary ball carriers. Armitage gets motion in the backfield. They're gonna do a counter to Sanchez. Gets a very nice block. Makes a man miss. Trying to see who laid that block. Landon Blofus on that one. Ended up getting close to the first down. I think he was about a yard short. So gain of 9 on the play for Sanchez. I got him for 76 unofficial yards. You always make sure to throw that unofficial on there. 3rd and short 2. We're going to go with Gavin Peterson. Haven't called his name in a little bit. I think the Breckenridge offense hoping they kind of forgot about him. So he goes for burst through to get it to the Hawley side of the 50. Gain of about 9 on the play. For Gavin Peterson. First carry of the half for him. Or maybe the second. First or second. Either way, not a whole lot of carries for Peterson so far. Yeah, it is the second. And Breckenridge will be getting a illegal motion here. Oh, actually on the defense. Offsides on the Hawley Nuggets. This penalty brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Sets up a 1st and 5 for the Cowboys. That's the second time today that they were going to have a pass play. Ended up getting waved off because of a pre-snap penalty. Which would put me at 7 pass attempts for Bailey Evans, which I took the over on today. These Cowboys come up to the line. One man split out right. Wing formation. Paul Armitage motion in the backfield. Gets it on the left side, but a heck of a play there made by Ames, the linebacker, Jack Ames. You have to look into if he's related to Alex Ames, a great Nuggets running back from years past. Probably like almost 10 years ago now. Dated myself a little bit there. Armitage. Having trouble getting going here in the second half. Both of his carries have either gotten to the line or been stopped in the backfield. Got another penalty, or actually a timeout taken by the Hawley Nuggets. Take a timeout with them. This timeout break brought to you by High Camp Construction. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
The number of power poles knocked down by farm machinery has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. Since there's not a huge change in who's farming the land, it's possible that auto steering has contributed to the increase. Don't be lulled into complacency before you realize what's happening. You can hit a power pole. Know the location of power lines in fields to make sure you have adequate clearance as you go about your work. We urge you to give safety the highest priority. This safety message is brought to you by Dakota Valley Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Hyde Camp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Hyde Camp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
And welcome back to Hawley. As the Cowboys have a 2nd and 5. Bailey Evans, play action, rolling out to the right. Maybe going to call his own number there. Actually passes it, ends up getting batted. And getting his hands on that pass was Braxton Bowe. 6'2" senior linebacker. Nice play there. Sure, he's kicking himself a little bit. He probably thought that could have been an interception. So that sets up at 3rd and 5. Austin Weinbar runs in the play. Cowboys trailing 26-14 here with 1:38 remaining in the third quarter. Just came up with their first defensive stop, looking to capitalize. Facing a 3rd and 5 at the Hawley 40. We got another play-action pass, and they do a throwback to Landon Blofis. Makes a nice catch. High up above him, gets the first down and more. Gain of 10 on the play. Showing off the hands. Not too shabby for a guy who's never played a skill position in his life. Played lineman his whole football career and got thrust into the tight end position this year. Not doing too bad of a job at it. 3 for 6, Bailey Evans is through the air. Blofis becomes the leading receiver on the day. So that's the longest completion they've had. Got 3 guys with 1 catch. Now they go with Paul Armitage on the left side. It's a nice block from Gavin Peterson to free him up a little bit. Gain of, looks like 7 on the play. So first nice run for the second half of Paul Armitage. Actually, you're going to say a gain of 5. Cowboys got 45 seconds to get some points in this quarter. They trail 26-14 here in the third. And when you got 2 running football teams, the clock goes pretty quick, so you got to get those points when you can, in a hurry. Gavin Peterson goes up the middle. And he'll get the first down, it looks like. Gain of 6 on the play. Well, the announcer went with 6 too, so I'm happy with that. 15 seconds left. We'll see if they just run the clock out for the third quarter. And I believe that's what... No, they're going to come up to the line. They only got 7 seconds left, though, so you got to get the play off quick. 5, 4, 3, 2. Got a motion to man in the backfield. 1, they got the play off in time. They hand it off to Alex Sanchez on the left side. He's looking to get to the edge, cuts it up, and he'll get maybe 4 yards for his trouble. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Breckenridge into the Titan Machinery red zone, though. Get those 4s up, everybody. Heading in the fourth quarter, your score. Hawley Nuggets 26, Breckenridge Cowboys 14. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And we're about to start up the fourth quarter. Breckenridge trailing 26-14. And they are at the Nugget 11-yard line. Need about 5 yards for a first down. And obviously 11 yards to get in the end zone and cut into this lead. 2nd and 5. Started off by handing it off to Paul Armitage. Armitage, the nice gain. Not sure if it was enough for the first, but we'll see. If he is short, it's not by much. They're going to say it is a first down. Gain of 6 on the play for Armitage. It was a very nice run. Just sliced through where he needed to go. So 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Breckenridge once again trailing 26-14. And here as we've started up the fourth quarter, 11:36 remaining. in this ball game. This is Gavin Peterson's time to shine, most likely. They go with him up the middle, rumbles over one defender, and gets to the goal line, and we need the signal. I think we got it. I did see the official who threw it up, but looks like he got in for 6. So my apologies there. I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong officials or what, but Gavin Peterson goes in from 6 yards out. First touchdown of the game for him. Alex Sanchez had the team's first 2 scores. Now Goose going to boot it home and cut into this lead. Boots it up. And extra point is good. 3 for 3 from Goose today. And we got a 5-point game here in the fourth quarter. 11:24 remaining. Hawley Nuggets 26, Breckenridge Cowboys 21. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Buyer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Wapaton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wapaton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency.
After that 6-yard touchdown by Gavin Peterson, we have a 5-point ball game with 11:24 remaining. Goose getting ready to boot it away. Likely going to be another low pooch kick, and it is. Scooped up. And one tackler missed. Another one got run over. But there to make the stop for the Cowboys is number 50, Henry Sledadall. He's a freshman lineman making the stop. I think Marty might have got run over on that one. We got some confusion on the personnel. Eli Butts almost took off running off the field. So he is in the defensive trenches. And now we have a timeout on the field taken by Breckenridge, so there might have been an issue defensively. So we'll go talk it over. This timeout break brought to you by High Camp Construction. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
When you need care, you want to know it's close to where you live, work, and play. That's why at Sanford Health, we're committed to providing you with the care you need, when you need it, right here where you call home. Dr. Dylan Torgerson is a family medicine physician that offers care for the entire family in Wapaton. And it's always easy to make an appointment with convenient clinic locations, hours, and online options that fit your schedule. Find your provider, Dr. Dylan Torgerson, at sanfordhealth.org or by calling 642-7000.
And welcome back. We're in the fourth quarter here in Hawley. Cowboys trailing 26-21, just had to burn a timeout. Had a personnel issue, I think. That's the best guess I have. Nuggets coming out with their I formation. Heavy right. Lelm dotting the I. And they're going to go with Vetter up the middle. Vetter makes a couple guys miss. And then bounces off a couple more tacklers. Makes 2 more guys miss. And he's going to try to go for 6. 1 man to beat. And he gets tripped up inside the 5. What a run. 60-yard run for the senior fullback. Unreal. Actually, 60-yard run. Had to do the math there quick. And making the tackle at the 5-yard line was Drulo on the play. That's Austin Drulo. Saving the touchdown. See if they can pay it off here or if Nuggets can punch it in from 5 yards out. They're going to go off tackle with Lelm. Lelm looking for some room to run. Cuts it to the right side and goes in for 6. Doesn't get much easier than that. 10:42 remaining. Levi Lelm goes in for the score from 5 yards out. Set up by the 60-yard run by Vetter. Not a bad drive from the Nuggets. Lelm's second TD of the day. To get it back to a 2-score game. 2-point conversion's been the Achilles heel a little bit here for the Nuggets. They look to try to change that here. We're out of the I formation. And they're going to go with a speed option out to the right. Lelm. Blofis was the first man there. Got by him, and then he just got smoked by the next defender. I want to say that was Alan Martinez on the tackle. So the lead's up to 11 now. That 2-play drive. Your score. Hawley Nuggets 32, Breckenridge Cowboys 21 here in the fourth quarter. 10:42 remaining. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple. Integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Well, the Nuggets weren't wasting time on that drive. 60-yard run on their first play by Vetter. 5-yard touchdown run by Levi Lelm. 32-21 is your score. Here with 10:42 remaining. Nuggets in the lead. And if you can hear their hit chant coming over the my headset. Scooped up by Weinbar. There's some room to run. And tackled short of the 40. So think about those squib kicks. You tend to give up some field position when you do them. So the Cowboys will take over near their own 40 here with 10:36 remaining in the fourth quarter. Your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They come up to the line. First time we've seen two receivers split out to one side. They're going out of the shotgun. We saw a lot of that action last year. They go with a screen to Alex Sanchez. Makes one man miss, tries hurdling another, only ends up getting about a couple yards for all that effort. Nice play design there. Sanchez was just trying to bust off the big run, but Hawley's defense staying disciplined. Everyone taking care of where they need to be. That sets up a 2nd and 8. Wing formation again. They motion Paul Armitage into the backfield. They hand it off to him on the power. He gets wrapped up at the legs. Gets a few yards. Cowboys trailing 32-21. Down to 9:47 left to play. Now they got a 3rd and 6 after that gain of 2. So a pair of 2-yard gains doesn't help them out too much. Dawson Weinbar runs in the play. Actually, it's Jacob Kunkel. So 3rd and 6. So the Cowboys have dialed up. Going to motion Sanchez in the backfield and hand it off to him. He just gets behind Gavin Peterson and ends up getting blindsided by a Nugget defender. He's trying to follow his blocker. A lot of Nuggets there to make the stop. One of them was Blake Bigger, sophomore lineman. Another 2-yard gain. So it's about 4th and 4. Cowboys still leading the game to punt. They're going to have to try to move the chains here. Keep their chances alive. 8:41 remaining. Breckenridge trailing 32-21. They motion Paul Armitage into the backfield. Fake the handoff. They're going with a pop pass. Caught by Landon Blofis. He's got room to run. Mid one-man miss and ends up fumbling it when the next man runs him down. And the Nuggets trying to scoop it up. The Cowboys also trying to get on it. It's still nobody on it. And finally it is recovered. Oh my goodness. An unreal sequence of events. Ends with Alex Sanchez jumping on the ball. It was a big hookup with Landon Blafis. Made one man miss. Only had one man to beat. Lelm was the one man to beat. Lelm poked it out. A couple Nuggets were the only ones there to dive on it. Somehow they didn't get it. Some Cowboys come in to join the party and try to dive on it. And all of a sudden we're in the Titan Machinery red zone. Ends up being a gain of 47 on the play. Not sure who ends up getting those yards, but unreal. Hand it off to Peterson up the middle. Cowboys only need to get 5 yards to get into the end zone. Peterson stacked up at the line. Gain him nothing on the play. And I just cannot, that pop pass is second week in a row they've got Blofis on that one. I mean, he got a lot of yards out of it, and then they still ended up keeping the ball. I'm sure he's not too super thrilled with himself that he fumbled, but it ended up working out for the best. Mostly due to some wild luck. Second and goal from the 5. You're going to go with Armitage on the right side. Actually, they faked to Armitage, and then they throw to Blofis. He makes up for the fumble with a 5-yard touchdown catch. I even fell for the play action on that one. They brought Blofis streaking across to the other side for the 5-yard touchdown. Second catch of the drive for Blofis. I don't know who to give those 47 yards to between him or Alex Sanchez, but that set it up. Unreal. So we got a 5-point ball game. Breckenridge going to go for 2 here, because then they can make it a 3-point game in case they can force overtime with a goose field goal the next time they get the ball back. And we got a penalty instead. Going to see who that's on. Penalty break brought to you by State Farm agents, man-to-man to Frederick. Ball start on the Cowboys. Big penalty there. Makes the 2-point conversion even tougher. But you got to go for it, because a 5-point lead and a 4-point lead are essentially the same thing. They're going out of the wing formation. Motion Armitage in the backfield. Fake it to him. Going to go with the throwback to the left side, and they find the man in the end zone for 2. Got it. Got to check the number on that one. Dawson Weinbar catches the 2-point conversion. 2 massive throws from Bailey Evans. Turning on the clutch gene. We got a 3-point game. Your score with 7:26 remaining in the 4th quarter. Hawley Nuggets 32, Breckenridge Cowboys 29. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Buyer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Wapaton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wapaton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency.
And welcome back to Hawley High School after 2 massive strikes from Bailey Evans. One of them a 5-yard touchdown pass to Landon Blafis. That's not even including the big 4th down completion. So 3 big completions by Bailey Evans. The 4th down completion to set up that touchdown, the touchdown pass, then the 2-point conversion. Makes it a 3-point game. We got another thriller on our hands, possibly. As Goose boots this one deep. I don't know if they were ready for that one. And it goes into the end zone for the touchback. Caught the Nuggets sleeping on that one. They were ready for the squib. So a nice call there by whoever's coaching up the special teams. 32-29 with 7:26 remaining. And to go back to that unreal play, for those who might have just joined us. 4th down. They run the pop pass. where the tight end just kind of just goes right up and they just go dump it to him right off the line, basically. Made a man miss and then only had one man to beat. The man batted the ball loose while making the tackle. A pair of Hawley defenders somehow didn't dive on it. Then Alex Sanchez was on the money to dive on it to give Breckenridge the ball on the 5-yard line. They start off with a little counter to Vetter. And Vetter, shout out to Jackson Riggs being able to make that tackle. I believe Gavin Peterson was also on that. I was going to say if Jackson Riggs made that one-on-one, that would have been very impressive. A big load at fullback like him. 7-yard gain for Vetter. That's the big thing. If Breckenridge wants to pick up a win here, they got to come up with a stop in their defense. Only come up with one so far tonight, but they've given up the, I want to say 5 touchdowns. So 5 for 6, Hawley has been on getting scoring drives. If you don't count that one where they just took a knee to end the first half. And another big run by Vetter. Bailey Evans making the tackle there. Jackson Riggs over to help out as well. Gain of 8 on the play as Vetter is about as good of a closer as you can have as a running back. He's pretty sure-handed as far as not going to be fumbling it away. He's physical, and he's about guaranteed to get 5 or 6 a pop. Just keep the chains moving, keep the ball protected, keep the clock going. Nuggets come up to the line. I formation, heavy left. Snap it, hand it off. And this time they go with Tibbetts, the running back. That's as good of a job as Breckenridge has done on him all night. Limiting him to only a couple yards. It's first carry of the second half that hasn't been double digits. 4 yards, actually. No, they're going to call it 3, actually. I'll roll with that. So 2nd and 7. Cowboy defense has to come up big here. Sure, defensive coordinator Jordan Christensen might be having a flashback or two to his senior year where a defense came up with a win in Hawley to come up with a big upset. Wouldn't call this one an upset, but came up with a big stop to pick up the win. They go up the middle with Vetter. Breckenridge's defense doing a good job limiting him on that play. You got a yard or two on that. Give him a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. And if Breckenridge can get them to throw it here, they're going to like their odds a lot better. 5 minutes remaining here. Breckenridge trailing 32-29. 3rd and 6. Nuggets come up to the line. Going to let that clock run down as much as they can. 15 seconds still on the play clock. Oh, actually, they're going to run a play earlier than I expected. They go with Tibbetts on the right side. And the Breckenridge defense comes up huge. Dallin Ernst comes up with a stop, but Eli Butts forced Tibbetts to bounce it. And they're going to send out the punt team, it looks like. So Breckenridge's defense comes up with their biggest stop possibly of the season. Unreal. So sets up a 4th and a long 7. But they got to be ready for a fake punt, too. Breckenridge, if they don't like what they see when it comes out, if they come out in an offensive set, even though I think they primarily have most of their defense out there, but it's got to be ready for some tricky stuff here. Nuggets punting from their own 38. And the punt is a little low. Oh, almost got blocked by Sanchez. Weinbar is going to have to haul it in, and the man got there a little early. Not sure if Weinbar touched it or not. I don't think he did. But Breckenridge catches a break there. And they'll start with on their own 35 with 3:44 remaining. And now I think there is a penalty for catch interference on that play. Been in too many of these tight games. Bad for my blood pressure. 3:44 remaining in this ball game. Breckenridge trailing 32-29. They just got the ball back on a punt. Second punt they forced all game. Came at a big moment. They're talking it over to see if it was catch interference. White Hat coming over, and they're saying, yeah, it was. So Breckenridge getting some more yards to start this drive out. It's a 10-yard penalty. They'll take over at their own 45. Oh, is that a 15-yard? Interesting. So they'll start on the 50. So the Cowboys at 50 yards to go to take the lead, and they also have Goose if they want to force overtime. Come on their wing set. Motion Armitage in the backfield. A counter to Sanchez. Sanchez gets a few yards. Gain of 3 for the senior slot, who has definitely gotten his most action as far as carrying the ball with his cousin Cam Nito out of the game. I was told Cam might have suffered a concussion. And if they do diagnose that as a concussion, that's his second of the year. So I'm not sure if we will be seeing Cam Nito again this season. So thoughts with him. It's the Cowboys trying to win this one for him. Paul Armitage gets wrapped up at the legs. Ends up getting a gain of 3 or 4. So it sets up a 3rd and 4 after that 3-yard gain. Sanchez and Armitage both with gains of 3 and obviously 4 down territory. So just need these 4 yards. You got 2 plays to do it. Let's take care of the ball. 32-29, Breckenridge trails. Trying to march down the field. They're on the Hawley 44. They go up the middle with Gavin Peterson. He's going to get enough of the first down, it looks like. Unless his knee was down before he could make that last effort. But I'm pretty sure they're giving him the first down. They do. Gain of 4 on the play for Gavin Peterson. He's been as clutch as a fullback as I've seen for the Cowboys. He's probably had the most carries I've ever seen for a fullback for the Cowboys. Definitely a workhorse. Wing formation. The motion Armitage in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Bailey Evans looking for an open receiver. He's just going to tuck in and run it himself. And he gets a nice gain out of it. Tackle out of bounds. Stops the clock. 1:51 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Once again, Cowboys down 32-29. Bailey Evans scampers for a gain of, call that 6 or 7. See what the chain gang gives him. Gain of 6 on the play for Evans. His first carry of the game. Not a bad time to do it. Call your own number. Last 2 minutes of a ball game. And broken play there. Evans rolling out to the right and throws it away. Smart play by the junior quarterback. And he turned it around to hand it off to somebody, but there was a miscue in the backfield. Nobody was there to get it. So he rolled out to the right on a broken play and has the alertness to fling it out of bounds. And I know Carson Yagi is one of the guys who works with Evans a lot. You know, former quarterback himself and the offensive coordinator. So I can definitely see his touches on that one for Evans to have the alertness to throw that one out of bounds. 1:47 remaining. 3rd and 4 as it is getting loud here on homecoming in Hawley. Evans drops back to pass, looking left. Throwback and underthrew it a little bit, but Dawson Weinbar lays out and they're saying he caught it. Weinbar moves the sticks. The Hawley faithful not super thrilled about the call. They're saying he got his hands under it. We'll see where they mark him down. Gain of 13 on the play, it looks like. Or gain of 12 for Weinbar. Possibly the biggest catch of his career. It's right up there with that 2-point conversion he caught just a little bit ago. They fake the handoff. Billy Evans rolls right. Tosses it across the middle to Blofis, who caught it. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. So Bailey Evans coming into his own here. Gain of 10 on the play. We're in the Titan Machinery red zone. And they're at the 10-yard line. There's going to be a timeout. This timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction, but we'll hang here to just talk about how outstanding of a drive that the Cowboys are having right here. Bailey Evans coming up with the big throw to Dawson Weinbar. Underthrew him a little bit, but Dawson Weinbar came back, make the diving catch. Got the hands underneath to keep it, and it looked like he secured it cleanly. I'm not 100% sure on that. The Hawley bench seemed to think that it was it hit the ground first, which we can go back and look at the film later. We'll see if I remember to do that after this game. All the crazy plays, that might just get lost in the shuffle. So there's still time left. Landon Blofis coming up with a big catch there. Tough for me to keep up with. I was looking at Sanchez in the flats. I thought that's where Evans was going to be looking, as once again I'm running the camera, so I couldn't really see where Blofis was coming across. But he made the grab, picked up the first down, and now they're down at the 11, so they got 1st and 10 from the 11. 10 yards to move the sticks, 11 yards if they want to punch it in. Obviously, they're thinking, let's punch this one in. But if they don't, they got the nice security blanket knowing that they got Goose over on the sideline ready to tie this one up, send it to OT. Here in the biggest drive of the season so far. Cowboys, 1st and 10. Less than 2 minutes left to play. Evans rolls out left. He's just going to tuck it himself. Looking for some room to go, and he's inside the 5. So you got about 6 or 7 on that play. Second time he's called his own number on that drive. Heck of a run there by Evans. Down at the 5. So gain of 6 on the play. Second and 4. 1:02 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Evans went out of bounds. That stopped the clock, so Nuggets don't have to worry about trying to stop it. So they have enough time if they get the ball back. Cowboys trailing by 3, 32-29. 1:02 remaining. Only 5 seconds on the play clock. They go with Gavin Peterson up the middle. Gavin Peterson slices in for the touchdown. 5-yard score with 59 seconds remaining. And the Cowboys are going wild. 5-yard touchdown from Gavin Peterson. Could be the biggest touchdown of his career. And what has been possibly the best Breckenridge drive we've seen from them this season. So Goose coming in to add to the lead, to make it a 4-point game. Snap just a hair high and booted through cleanly. And the Cowboys put together a monstrous drive to make it a 4-point game, 36-32. With 59 seconds remaining, we'll give you a very quick break. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved, and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
And welcome back to Hawley as the Cowboys just put together a 50-yard scoring drive, capped off by a Gavin Peterson 5-yard score. What has been a fantastic night of football. Still 59 seconds remaining, though, and the Nuggets got time to bust one off. We haven't seen their pass game really come into effect yet, so that might be a factor, but they got some dynamic running backs and the advantage of having some timeouts left as well. I believe they have 2 timeouts left, and they do. As Goose boots that one into the end zone for the touchback, 36-32. What has been a dogfight of a second half. Cowboys just wouldn't go away. Came up with a massive defensive stop. Dallin Ernst making the big tackle, forced the punt. But once again, got to give Eli Butts his flowers. I'm pretty sure he's the one who made that run bounce, if I remember correctly. I'd have to go back and check the tape, but he's having a nice day at D-tackle, along with Alan Martinez, Blofis, and Ernst running the end. They're going to go out of the shotgun. Maybe we're going to see them open up the playbook, run some passing. In motion, man over to the left side. They're going to run a flood route. Sophomore quarterback looking for an open receiver, and it is dropped. So starting off the pass or the drive with a drop or a incomplete pass. So far, 1 of 5 on the day for Noah Nelson, the sophomore quarterback. And an offense that already doesn't throw it a lot, so this is not the situation they want to be in here on their homecoming, as the Cowboys are looking to spoil 2 homecomings in a row in back-to-back weeks. Spreading it out, going out of the gun again. Nelson waiting on the snap. Motions a man over to the right side. And they're going to go with a handoff. Breckenridge ready for it, though. Landon Bloff is one of the tacklers. As is, I want to say it's Martinez. And it was also Alan Martinez on the tackle. We got a timeout. We're going to stay here, just kind of set the stage for all of you. This timeout is brought to you by Highcamp Construction. Once again, not going to take a break. Cowboys have faced a lot of adversity in this game as far as losing Cam Nito in the first half, early in the first half. He only had 5 carries in this ball game. And then the Breckenridge defense kind of got punched in the mouth in the first half, gave up 3 scoring drives and the Nuggets 3 attempts. Once again, not counting the one where they just knelt it out to end the first half. So, the defense kind of had to bounce back, and boy, have they. Limiting the Nuggets to 12 points here in the second half. Dangerously close to a score prediction I heard before this game. I think I was told it might be 36-28. I'll have to double check that. Got a Nostradamus up here in the box. So we got a 3rd and 12 after that loss of 2 by Vetter. Going to go out of the gun. Nelson drops back to pass. Looking right, looking across the middle. Receiver falls down. Alex Sanchez comes away with the pick, and that will put it away. Oh, they're going to say flag on the play. They might say Sanchez knocked the receiver down. A big call coming here. And they're going to say pass interference. Oh, this game just keeps getting wilder. So that'll move the chains for Hawley. And what could have just put the game away. But the Nuggets are going to get another shot. Alex Sanchez is on like his 3rd position here this year, playing corner, or in his career. I remember him playing DN. I remember him playing safety corner. I was going to say, I think they finally found his fit. So the Nuggets coming out in the shotgun again. Nelson going to have to bounce back after that. Got lucky, got that interception waved off. Feeling some pressure. Looking left. Looking deep. Tosses it deep, and incomplete pass. Austin Drullo on the coverage. Down the field. As there's 37 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10. In a fantastic showing from the Cowboys so far. Zach Liebach, the intended receiver, down the field. As right away they were kind of looking for some quick strikes. But now on that play, they were just like, let's just huck it deep and hope for the best. See if they keep that up. Nelson drops back to pass. Tosses it down the right sideline. And, incomplete pass. Bailey Evans trying to get over there on the coverage. And the intended receiver on that one was Levi Lelm. He's had a good day at running back. He also has the lone pass catch of the day. So not a bad guy to look to. As Hawley now faces a 3rd and 10 with 32 seconds remaining. Nuggets on their own 34. 32 seconds left in this ball game. As they are not being shy about how they're going to have to use the pass game to win this game. Going out of the gun once again. Nelson drops back to pass, looking left. Tosses it up down the left sideline. And the receiver went back with the one hand by the sideline, but ended up dropping it. The intended receiver there was Braxton Bowe. So 4th and 10. This is for the ball game, everybody. Nuggets huddling up. Only 26 seconds remaining. So if they get the first down, then they still got to kind of scramble to get another play going. They do have a timeout left. So we'll see if maybe we get a gadget play here. They bust out all the stops. Nuggets looking for their third win of the season. Cowboys looking to improve to 5-2. They roll out right. They find their man in the flats, and he goes out of bounds. And he is going to be short of the first down. And Bailey Evans over there to make the tackle, and that will do it. Back-to-back weeks, the Cowboys go on the road and spoil a homecoming. Unreal showing from the Cowboys. And that was well short of the sticks, but they couldn't get the passes to go down the field, so they were just hoping, let's get a flood pass converted here and see if our running back can cut it up and make something happen, but that is not the case. Cowboys going to come out in the victory formation. Evans takes a snap, kneels down on it. And I didn't know if the Nuggets were going to use one last timeout or if they were just going to call it good, and it looks like that will do it. Breckenridge comes to Hawley and once again spoils the homecoming. Puts together a fantastic second half, battling without their best player and still able to come out and squeak out a win. Led by the outstanding play of Bailey Evans on that final scoring drive. And the Cowboys steal one away from the Hawley Nuggets. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Cowboy Football on B92.7 FM. Final score 36-32, Breckenridge over Hawley.
Jeff's been everywhere, man. Jeff's been everywhere. Been to the county fair, man, and every village square, man. Church suppers, he's had his share, man. Jeff's been everywhere.
Jeff's been to Fergus Falls, Wheaton, Browns Valley, Breckenridge, Elbow Lake, Elizabeth, Earhart, Foxhome, Herman, Hoffman, Barrett, Campbell, Dalton, Dumont, Wendell, Wolverton, Norcross, Nashua, Kenton, Ashby, Pelican Rapids. Jeff's been everywhere. Representative Jeff Backer is an experienced leader standing tall for rural Minnesota values. Jeff Backer is fighting for our families, farmers, and communities. He's working to lower taxes, cut government waste, and support schools, seniors, and law enforcement. Re-elect Jeff Backer and become a backer today.
Jeff's been everywhere. Paid for by Citizens for Jeff Backer.
Hello, my name is Jason Butts, proud parent of two little Breckenridge Cowboys. My family loves Breckenridge and feel lucky to have such great schools. Breckenridge schools excel due to their dedicated faculty and staff. They truly care for each individual student. They encourage and foster an atmosphere that creates self-pride and big brains in these kids that will lead the next generation. They make school cool. A good school is cornerstone to a good community, and we are so lucky to have that here in Breckenridge. Breck schools inspire my boys to excel, and for that, I have Breckenridge pride. Play the jingle.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wapaton.
We are your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wapaton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
Welcome to the Miller Realty postgame show, and I talked to Coach Frederickson about how this has been kind of the revenge tour with a lot of the teams they've ended up playing and trying to avenge some ugly losses last year. In this West Central area, Ashby last week, and now this week it was Hawley. Coincidentally, both landing on both of their homecomings that were then spoiled. So I'll run through some of the stats for you, and got to give a lot of credit to Bailey Evans here in this game. I got him for 8 of 11 passing, completed his last 6 or 7 pass attempts, and was just a gamer at the end of that game. Also had 2 carries for 12 yards, 6 yards on both of them, both coming on that last drive of the game. Leading rusher for the Cowboys tonight was Alex Sanchez, 13 carries for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns, 16 carries for 76 yards for Gavin Peterson. As Cam Nito had to leave the game, 5 carries, 20 yards. 12 carries for 38 yards for Paul Armitage. And then receivers in this game, Alex Sanchez had a pair of catches, 6 yards. Well, I don't know if you give the receiving yards to him because he dove on that fumble after that pass play. So we'll say maybe it's for him, maybe it's for Landon Blafis, that 47-yard pass hookup. Landon Blafis also had a 10-yard catch, a 5-yard catch, and another 10-yard catch, that 5-yard catch being a touchdown. Gavin Peterson had a 9-yard catch, and Dawson Weinbauer had a big 12-yard catch to move the chains for the Cowboys on that scoring drive. I'll run through the scoring for you. It started off with Vetter busting off a 40-yard TD for Hawley in the first quarter. Alex Sanchez went in for 24 yards out to make it a 7-6 game after the Goose PAT. Vetter got his second score of the game from 7 yards out. And then Levi Lelm made it a 20-7 game with 2:32 remaining in the first half. But Breckenridge put together a drive right before the half to get them in striking distance going into halftime. Alex Sanchez capped that one off, broke a nice tackle in the backfield, and went in from 5 yards out to make it 20-14. Vetter went in from 3 yards out to get his third score of the game with 9:14 left in the third quarter. Then Gavin Peterson made it a 26-21 game with 11:24 left with a 6-yard gain. Levi Lelm went in from 5 yards out to make it 32-21. Bailey Evans and Landon Blafis hooked up for a 5-yard touchdown with 7:26 remaining. And then made it a 32-29 game. And after that, they got a big stop, came back, drove down the field 50 yards because they capitalized on a catch interference on a punt. So they only had to go 50 yards to score. Capped it off with 59 seconds remaining. Gavin Peterson from 5 yards out for his second score of the game. And then Breckenridge's defense came up with another big stop. As like I said, they got punched them out the first half, gave up 3 touchdowns on the 3 scoring drives that the Nuggets got full drives. Not including the one where they knelt out the clock to end the half. And then forced a punt kind of early on in the second half, and then forced another big punt late in the fourth quarter, obviously, and then got that massive stop because they got Hawley into passing situations. They gave up 200-yard rushers here. Vetter was well over 100 yards. Actually ended up with about 169 or 170 some. While Vetter, at one point, I got to double check his. He was at 133. So they gave up a pair of 100-yard rushers and still came out with the victory on the road. So a massive achievement for Breckenridge today, and doing it all mostly without their best player, Cam Nito, who we might not see again this season, unfortunately, due to concussion protocol. Hopefully Breckenridge can get him back for the playoffs, but it's very up in the air right now, so we shall see. So we'll take a quick break as we ran through those stats for you and your scoring plays. Come back with your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, and your player of the game, brought to you by Essential Health. You're listening to the Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 FM.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks pre-finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
Welcome back to the Miller Realty Postgame Show, a tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, trust, and service. Turner Bluff is here, and it was just back-to-back weeks of just absolute fantastic football. Cowboys getting into a couple thrillers. First, the shootout with West Central area Ashby. This one, bit of a shootout too, but it was kind of in the closing minutes. This is more of a comeback victory for the Cowboys because it kept feeling like Hawley kept them at arm's length. Then Breckenridge came up with that massive defensive stop to force the punt, and the offense has kind of carried Breckenridge this year. I think we all realize that, but the defense is what picked up that big stop, forced that punt, and gave Breckenridge a chance to get in striking distance. And just a fantastic showing from both sides of the ball there in the second half from the Cowboys, who once again were trailing 20-14 at halftime. Held the Nuggets to 18 points, got them on all three two-point conversions that they faced. So that could have been a different ball game if they didn't stop those two-point conversions. But Breckenridge coming through with how many points? Got to divvy that up again. My apologies. They had 14, so 22 points they got in the second half. And there's so many things. Also, forgot to mention the two-point conversion Dawson Weinbar caught when I ran through the scoring there, because usually I just, PAT was kicked by Goose. You guys know that. But Dawson Weinbar, 2 big catches today. Had the one that moved the sticks on that scoring drive, and then also had that two-point conversion to, keep it a 4-point game. Even after a penalty, they got backed up a little bit. But that makes my decision to pick play of the game very difficult because there were so many big ones that came down the stretch. And the play of the game is brought to you by Red River Agency, by the way, your trusted hometown agents in Breckenridge. And I was very tempted to go with that one that just out of the absolute bizarreness of it when Landon Blofis caught the pop pass to get the first down, made a big gain out of it, fumbled it, and then a couple Hawley guys couldn't get on it, and somehow Alex Sanchez came and saved the day and dove on the fumble, and that helped them win the game, obviously, but my play of the game, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna cheat. I'm not gonna pick one specific play. If I was going to, I would say the scoring drive to put them up at the end. But I'm gonna say that whole drive was the play of the game because it was just big play after big play after big play. A 50-yard scoring drive. Cowboys trailed by 3, and they were being relatively, they weren't being too aggressive, like making big dangerous plays. I guess I would say. Because they knew they had a kicker that could tie the game up if they needed to. So they had that in their back pocket. So they didn't need to make plays that it's like, oh, this could possibly be an interception. We run this. But Bailey Evans looked composed, was making a big throw after big throw. Got a big run from Gavin Peterson to cap it off. He's been a senior leader all year this year, so no surprise to see him go in for the game-winning touchdown today. And so I'm going to say that whole last scoring drive, which leads into my player of the game, which is brought to you by Red River Agency. Player of the game is brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you, and I'm going Bailey Evans. Kid was a gamer today. Best showing I've seen from him at his time being the starting quarterback for the Cowboys. Absolutely outstanding. Completed his last 6 or 7 passes by my count. And coming at big moments, also completed that 2-point conversion. And, a couple completions to move the sticks, and just kept everyone composed on those last